Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is finally here, the game we've been waiting for the entire week, and probably one of the most probably one of the most eagerly anticipated games of the entire calendar year after all the disruption, off the ball incidents, everything. It is a repeat of the 2019 Rugby World Cup final. England versus the Springboks at Twickenham. Kickoff is in just less than an hour, and it's time to start getting ready. It's time to start getting hyped. It's time to start getting on the beers. If you need to get on the beers, it's time to just, basically start the build-up and stuff like that. Now, very, very quickly, if you are looking for how you can watch the game, please check out the description. You can use ExpressVPN or Surfshark or something like that, and you can then go onto the Amazon Prime and start your free trial, and you can watch the game for free without having to pay for a paid broadcaster. So that's how you can watch the games. I know there'll be a lot of questions about that. But right now, we've got a poll running in the chat asking you, who do you think will win? Currently, the Springboks are leading by quite a lot. We've got 137 votes. So let's see how many people we can get onto that. So please go and vote if you haven't already. Let's see if we can try and get that to like 200, 300, even 400 votes. And we'll start doing some score predictions a bit later. We were going to we were trying to be hopefully trying to get Carl on, who's an English reporter, but unfortunately he's having internet issues, so it looks like he might not be able to join us. We've still got quite a lot to talk about in the build-up over the next hour. We're going to be hearing a bit from Eddie Jones and what he had to say about the Springbok pack and about the bomb squad this week. We're going to be having a look at the teams for all the clashes this weekend. Italy versus Uruguay is currently actually happening. I think Italy have just gone up to 17 points to 3. They were struggling against this, so it was actually quite nice to see Uruguay playing some decent rugby. So, and I think that we need more of teams like, your Uruguays, your Georgias. Speaking of Georgia, some rumors that they will be sending a Georgian team down to the Currie Cup next year, which will be very, very cool. Couple of games in and around. As I says, Georgia versus Fiji about to start. Scotland just got up on Japan. You put the scores up or not? I'm going to say no, to be perfectly honest. I probably could if I had more time and if I wasn't so busy at the moment. I'm currently literally finishing off the end of a work shift, which finishes at 5. So it is a little bit busy on my side. But yeah, who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? So earlier, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Eddie Barnard and Leopold Renica. If they're still watching, they're the latest members of the Forever Sports Members Club. Seppo says, may the best team win fair and square. Peter is in the chat as well. Says go Booker. Grant Swartz is in the chat as well. Mark Giuliani, good afternoon. And how's it, Kevin? Can we just speak about how Sorry does more for TNU nations than World Rugby? I mean, literally, we've had Namibian sides down here. We've had Argentinian sides down here. We're not going to have a Georgian side down here. It's cool. We all know that World Rugby is pretty horrendous in general at trying to build a game. So yeah, we must do our part. Now the big question is almost bigger than whether the Springboks will win, is can we break 10,000 subscribers today? We need 269 people more to subscribe to the channel, and we will hit the big 10K today, which would be absolutely remarkable if we did. Something I never thought we'd even be talking about at this stage. The fact that it could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen over the next week, but I mean, it is looking pretty likely. So let's start smashing the like button. We've almost got 100 people in the chat, watching the video. So let's start smashing that like button. Let's try and get up to 50 likes before SUN messages. You have one more. Thank you very much. Go boys, says Steve. KPMG talking about Chile. Yeah, we need all the South American nations playing some ruggers. We've got to get more. We've got to get more of the smaller nations involved. We can't just have it's so boring just playing the same 6 teams over and over again, isn't it? Well, 8 teams or whatever. But it is a bit boring. So hopefully we can try and see some more teams coming in there. But yeah, so we're going to go through the line stuff like that. But just in case you didn't know what rugby is happening over the weekend, we're going to have a quick look at all the various teams and the matches and stuff like that. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get the Fiji and Georgia stuff in there. A little bit pressed for time, but this is some of the action that you can expect to watch over the next weekend, although one of the games, as we said, is already underway. me unmute myself. There we go. That's all the action that's heading away this weekend. So in terms of games we'll be covering, so we're going to be live for England versus South Africa. We won't be live, unfortunately, for Wales versus Australia, but we will be live, hopefully, for New Zealand versus France tonight. That is Carl who'll be taking you through that later this evening, but I'll be with you guys for this game. Just a couple of comments I missed. Where are we at? Who's joined us since then? Right. So, and yes, it's 50 subscribers. Yeah, I appreciate the OGs. There's a lot of OGs still in the chat. Lady T says, I'm ready and Boca all the way. Albie says, the game needs to grow. I'm Africa. Do you see the size of the Kenyans? Geez, they're massive men. I mean, you think about like the size of Nigerians, for example. There are some big people in this continent. We need to get them with the rugby ball in hand, and we need to get them playing some ruggers. Go Barker, have a base in Dubai from Hun. Graham says, awesome stash, bro. Thank you very much. I actually want to stash off last night. You're having a bit of a Movember comparison to one of my mates, and I was told mine looked a bit more natural. So you didn't take it well, but I'm repping it. Grant as well, almost 10K subs. They grow so fast these days. Feels like that's the other day. You were 150 sub channel. Yeah, we were. It was British and Irish Lion. I mean, we were less than 1,000 in January. So the fact that we're now almost 10,000 is pretty incredible. What do you think of Townsend's comments about Rassie? Yeah, I think I can understand why he said them. You know, he's obviously trying to protect his players. I'm not sure they had that much. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they had that much weight in them, but I can understand why you'd say it. You do have to try and sort of protect your players and stuff like that. Historic wear banned in France. Hope the bookies with bright the gloomy weather. Like, subscribe. As Lobby says, please do like and subscribe. Yeah, let's continue getting those subscribers up. Maybe we can get to 9,800 before the game starts. You never know. So cool. Even better with players. Facebook, great effort, job. We'll get there. This is just all the work in progress. Princess says, I hope South Africa win today. Mark says, making the child curl up on my shoulder ready for the game. You got to update us on the scores of the other games too. We'll try. Hi, Steve. Hello, Rando. Jahan, Lekker Boy Keys 26-18 for box today. Safa here from Dubai. Thank you very much for the super chat, Jahan. That really is very, very much appreciated. Super chats and people that have joined the members club. That's what keeps us going here on the channel. Yeah, as I said, I think tomorrow night. So I don't think I'm actually working tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I think we might just have a show and just have a bit of a reflection on what we've had done this year, because we've done some really, really cool stuff this year, and I think that it'll be nice to just sort of have a bit of a show where we can just sort of reflect on it all and look back and see what we've done. But I really appreciate the super chat there, Johan. Takola says, what up? I think Springboks hurting little way. Rassie was treated unfair, says Kevin. Well, they've certainly said they will be playing for Rassie today. Zantest says, England press a lot, my leg. Poor Rassie can't believe it, says Craig Morgan. Matthews with the Didankhan Ruck Booker for life. Who is batting first? Oh my God, check all the Rassie masks already on Twitter. Yeah, I know they're everywhere. I think we're going to see a lot of Rassie masks on show today. But yeah, so please do keep smashing the like button, keep smashing those subscribers. Let's try and see if we can get them up. If you'd like to become a member, the link's in the pinned comment. We're going to pin as well the link to watch the game. I'm going to put that in the comment just now. Where am I at? All right, I'm going to put a pinned comment in here now. Okay, so if you're looking how to watch the game, you can subscribe to Amazon Prime if it's available. So the important thing is, if you subscribe to Amazon Prime, you subscribe it whilst you're in South Africa. You can use your credit card, second credit card, stuff like that. You sign up for an Amazon account, pay and everything, whatever. You can sign up for a free trial, but you just still need to put a credit card in. And then you use ExpressVPN to join to link onto a UK server, and then you check the link in the description. We've got a link which takes you exactly to the Awesome Nations page, and you can watch it live there using the free trial, which is very, very cool. But yeah, do you have any? I think what we hope this for? I mean, it's been an interesting week of hey, sort your rubbish out, shirt. This is becoming a bit of a disaster here. Do you mind? Could you just not disappear? Yeah, we'll sort that out now. But anyway, because I actually want to talk about Eddie Jones' comments. So Eddie Jones held a very Eddie Jones press conference on Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, and he had quite a lot to say. And it was quite interesting to hear some of the things he had to say about the Springboks. So let's go and actually see what he said about it, because he was talking about the bomb squad. He's talking a bit about what to expect this weekend. But let's actually hear from the man himself.
How do you try to match or go around South Africa's physicality? What have we learnt about beating them over the last few months, watching other teams have a go at it?
Well, you've got to get stuck in, mate. You know, there's no getting away from the fight. But having said that, there are opportunities to hurt them in other ways, and we've got to be brave enough to take those opportunities to hurt them in other ways. So the physicality is an important part of Test rugby, and if you look at the history of South Africa and England rugby, they've got a 65% winning record, and it's probably based on their physicality. You know, they set after the World Cup final where they beat us fair and square, that they knew how to play to us, they knew where our weaknesses were, and they're implying our forward pack is weak. Well, our forward pack's not weak. And we'll have an opportunity on Saturday to show that. So we're looking forward to taking him on the physicality. We're also looking forward to trying to expose the weaknesses in their game, which they do have.
So weaknesses in the game that are going to be exposed, according to good old Eddie. Was a terrific presser. But we've got another clip that we're going to talk about a little bit later, where he talks a little bit about the bomb squad. And Joe Marler was actually was in a press conference yesterday, and was talking about the fact that basically was asked, can the Fight Club, England got a whole bunch of English players or boxing stuff like that, can they diffuse the bomb squad? And he said, we're going to give it a bit of a go. So it's just going to be such a good clash in so many different aspects. There's so many small battles. There's so many nuances to this game that I do think we're in for something really, really special. This could be one of those really quite iconic games, in the grand scheme of things. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. And we're going to look at the lineups. And we're going to talk about stuff like that. But the question is, and a very important question is, what are we drinking, people? What is on the menu for today? What is getting us through the next couple of hours? How are we doing this? Are we on the cool drink? Are we on the beer? Are we on the brandy? What are we drinking? Let me know down in the chat. I'm about to open a beer. Just trying to make sure I can finish with my work shift. But then we need to start getting a bit hyped about what to expect from this weekend. I think also we've got so much rugby going on at the moment. We had the Super Sport Challenge going on with Sharks taking on the Cheetahs. We've got Fiji and Georgia. We've now got this game, and then Wales versus Australia, then France versus New Zealand. Then tomorrow we've got Ireland versus Argentina. So there's really awesome, fantastic games across the weekend. So make sure you've got enough beverages to get you through it. But without any further ado, let's actually have a look at the side itself, the Springbok side, and we'll look at it, and then we'll chat a bit more about it, and then we'll talk about the fact, and we'll have a look at what Eddie Jones had to say in his press conference earlier this week. But let's actually have a look at the Springbok 23, and then we can sort of break it down and sort of see what we can expect later. So that is the side that we'll be taking to the field today. Obviously, a couple of big games are needed for some key players, and particularly, obviously, I think Willie Leroux and Andre Pollard are two players who are under quite a lot of pressure at the moment in terms of the performances we have seen from them so far this year. And I think that if they play well, it will go a long way towards us winning the game. And I think particularly the likes of an Andre Pollard, who has sort of been has been in pretty poor form, very uncharacteristic. I think quite a strange situation because I don't think he's ever really had the sort of dip in form where he's had to sort of come back and really sort of fight for his place at the moment. So I definitely think it's probably the most vulnerable that Andre Pollard has been in a Bok jersey in terms of lots of calls for him to actually be dropped and to back Alton Yankee. So I think that he needs to have a nice showing today. And then Willie Leroux I thought he looked a lot better yesterday. I thought he had a pretty poor probably first 20 minutes. But he grew into the game quite nicely, and it was very important in both those tries. So hopefully we'll see a similar sort of performance just in terms of being able to influence the game quite a lot from Willie today. But he is under quite a lot of pressure. Other big games, obviously, we need a front row to front up, and I think they will. And then hopefully we're going to see quite a big shift from our loose trio, which I'm really, really enjoying. I think we've got a very good loose trio at the moment, very nicely balanced, who are getting the job done. But in terms of, I was asking what everyone's drink of choice is, and I see that we've got some people on the beer. LB is on a diet, so water and tea. Mark Junior's on the coffee, and just drinking English tears. Peter say Biltong, Boervorst, and Black Label. Love it. That's the African standard. Kutler saying healthy and hydrated with some water. Aviators on the gin train. Peter says smelling England is hot in the scrums. I think the tea bag's going to be batched, I reckon, box by 5 to 10 points, reckons Craig. Prince of Worldwide, hope South Africa win. My best mate is English, lots of banter going on here. Yeah, well, I mean, got Carl who's an English supporter, so best believe if we win, we're going in on that WhatsApp group. The plan move Elton on the bench to bring on the last 3 minutes, speed the game up, says Kevin. Craig says Eddie doesn't have an answer to the box bomb squad. Brave, are you kidding me? Yeah, well, we'll talk about that because we'll actually have a look at what Eddie Jones said and how he reckons he can try and sort of match things. Welcome, Jeremy Squire, the latest member to the Forever Sports Members Club. If you'd like to become a member, you can check the link in the description. And Mark says, no alcohol, beer, driving. I love that. Don't drink and drive, people. Be responsible out there. Yeah, I pretty much got an Uber lined up already for like 7:30 where I'm going to go out and join a couple of mates. So the question is, people, am I going to be celebrating 10,000 subscribers tonight? You know, are we getting there? You know, is that potentially the chat? Could we be cheering for 10,000 subscribers during this stream, for example? We need another 254 people. So it's quite a big push. It would need a big push, but we are almost up 20-30 people since we've been gone live, and so hopefully we can try and push. But hopefully end of this weekend we'll hit that big 10K, which will be pretty marvelous. Yeah, in terms, I'm on the beer. I need to wait until work to officially be able to crack the can open. So we'll stick on a bit of water until then. Grant Swartz is about to tack the whiskey. Well, there we go. Get on it. Yeah, it's just been it's almost like nervous energy. And I think, you know, this is why like it's going live is quite nice in certain degrees. Because it's just something to do. Because at the moment we've got all this nervous energy just floating around, and I'm just sort of like a bit of a nervous wreck here. Like, what do I do? You know, because this game is so highly anticipated and stuff like that. And there's so many sort of small things about the game, and so many consequences potentially. You know, if a win is a massive way to like stick it to World Rugby for, you know, pair nominations. It's a nice way to sort of sit and silence Eddie Jones. Obviously, a lot of people sort of saying just for Rusty, so it'll be a nice sort of respond after he's been ruled, given his suspension, to be able to come out and put in a big performance for him. So there's a lot of permutations to this game, and it just needs to bloody kick off. You know, kick off is in half an hour, so we've still got quite a while to go. We're going to start getting into some score predictions, and people are still voting on the poll. So if you haven't, please do go and vote on that poll. We've got, let's see how many people have got voted on it so far. 362 people. So let's even get that to 500 votes, and then we'll close and see what everybody reckons. I think it could be a bit of a landslide victory everyone's definitely backing the Boks here. And then, yeah, let's get your score predictions in the comments as well. Obviously, everybody keeps talking about that 32-12 score line from the World Cup. I don't know. It's one of those things, to be fair, the Springboks just don't concede a lot of tries. So if we can score a couple, I think that we should win relatively comfortably, because I think that we defensively are very, very solid. I mean, we've conceded, we just don't concede a lot of tries generally. We conceded a lot more recently than probably would like. But I also think that what we saw in what we've seen so far in the Autumn Nation series, we're definitely holding on to the ball a lot more. And I always said that I think it was going to take time to come back, and it was always going to, unfortunately, never going to be able to flick a switch and just go back. Well, not go back, because we haven't really. But this team has got the ability to play some very nice rugby at the end of the day. We've seen it before. We saw in the World Cup final. But I think that we had such a hectic start to life back in international rugby that I think that we always were going to go to something quite simple and quite basic and play to our strength, and we did that very, very effectively. But now, with a bit more time, we're suddenly starting to see the Boks keep the ball in hand a little bit more, and we're scoring some tries, which is nice to see. So I'm interested to sort of see how we go about things today, because there's a lot of talk about the boring rugby, and it's all of it. It's a very tired rhetoric, to be honest. It's a very tired chat. I'm very bored of it. I'm sure a lot of people are very bored of it, and I just think it's a bit obsessive, isn't it? At the end of the day, but you know what? Each their own. Each their own. If that's what you want to obsess about, then you can obsess about that. But I like to see some big performances. I like to see Khaleesi absolutely smash down the door and sit there and say, right, chaps, you didn't back me for World Player of the Year. Sharp. This is what I can do. You banned my coach. Cool. This is what we can do. Because, it's, and I'm not a conspiracist at the best of times. I really don't enjoy a conspiracy theory. But it was such bullshit that the ban comes out 3 days before the game. There was no logical, possible, explicable reason for it to have come out on a couple of days. If the fact that we're talking about a trial or hearing that has taken almost 5 months basically to sort of sort out, after all that sort of delay, you could have delayed the judgment by another 4 days. You could have released it tomorrow. You could release it on Monday morning after the final international game. You could have released it, but they did it 3 days before, which will be interesting to see if that backfires. Does that spur on the Boks, or does that the spanner in the works really disrupted things, and are they going to be a little bit off it because of it? We'll wait and see. I'm hoping that they respond really bad. So yeah, Kootley says the best Pollard played was during the World Cup, and then he was competing for the Boks jersey with Pat Lambie. Porter says France, England, Ireland to win today, and it will confirm the spirit of Northern Hemisphere. I mean, sure, if that's what you want to think about. First of all, Ireland's playing tomorrow, but I mean, Springboks just beat the British and Irish Lions. I don't know if that has anything to do with Northern Hemisphere. So I mean, four nations got together, they couldn't win the Boks, but sure. We can do it, says Rando. Go Bokker, says LC Burger. Reynolds says 10K nice. It wasn't 1.5K too long ago. Yeah, no, we've grown quickly. It's been very cool. Princess, I hope South Africa win Land of the Rugby World Championships. LBC Scott 29, Japan 20, and shout out to Jacqueline about his puppet people. Yeah, look, I don't even get the whole thing about Jacqueline about not being competent and just being this, and that. I mean, we all preached about how good he was and how much he changed the things at the Boks as a defense coach, and now as soon as he become a head coach, he's incompetent. I don't quite understand it. Kevin says SA29, England 20. Obviously, we can see about 2 tries a game now, which isn't as good as we used, but we also score about 2 a game now. Porter says best team didn't win the World Cup. England didn't perform in final. What up, New Zealand in semi? Okay. If that helps you sleep at night, if you sit there as you go to bed, sit there saying the Boks didn't deserve it, they did not deserve to win the World Cup, they weren't the best team. Great. We all need sleep at night. So if that's what helps you, then I'm glad. I call that being a bit sour, but each to their own. At the end of the day, is it our fault that England didn't pitch up? No. Is it our fault that New Zealand got knocked out by England? No. Did we beat everyone we needed to win the World Cup? Yes. Does it sit back in our trophy? Yes. Next to the British and Irish Lions trophy as well. Grant says, get the poll up for how many people were asked to show the game during the stream. Grant says, which country must the VPN be set to watch it on Amazon Prime? United Kingdom. Get onto like a London server or something like that, and it should work. Rita says, watching from Vietnam, haven't been home in 3 years. Well, I hope Vietnam is good. I really enjoyed Vietnam when I was there years ago. Alex says, Box need to keep the emotions in check this game. Calmer heads prevail. Agreed. And I think that's where the importance of experience comes in. I think that I was talking about in my preview, the fact that we've got Franco Mossad, Luat Diago, Evan Etzebeth, with between those three, 200 caps. 200 international caps. You've got Dwayne Firmino with 60 caps. Sia Khaleesi's got 60 caps. Andre Pollard's got 60 caps. Shaven Yukon's got over 50 caps. Bongi Mbambi and Malcolm Marx are like 45, 46 caps each. Damien Delaney's got over 50 caps. Lukanya Amax and Pimpy are both in the 20s, nearing the 30s. Willie Leroux's got 70 caps. France Dane's got 70 caps. Alton Yankee's almost got 40 caps. Jesse Creel's got 50 caps. It's an unbelievably experienced side from South Africa. I think that we talk about calm heads. I think that we will have very, very calm heads, because I think that we've got all the right players and personnel to be able to just almost take a little of the emotion out of the game, and then and just get the job done. Mark says, I hope the Pollard-Reynolds combination goes well. I'm positive that it will today. Says, Amazon Prime and BT Sports are the pits, as they're always crucial games. So they're showing on UK. The Box are going to be lifting their game even further for Rusty, says Stefan. That dude Beaumont is a jerk, full stop. That's sarcasm. Look, we just don't come with crap like, I mean, how are we still talking about you didn't deserve the World Cup? Like, really? Is that still what we're doing? Like, it's just such a boring narrative, to be honest. And it's just not true at the end of the day. That's how tournaments work. It's you have to pitch up at the right time to win games, and if you don't win the tournament. That's I mean, what can I say to that? What am I supposed to say to that? I mean, come on. So anyway, let's let people believe their own chat. Lodi goes backing Pollard. 9 minutes till game time. Well, no, it's at 15:15 actually, so it's still quite a while. I'm hoping Kubis will shine today. Vic says, come on, Boca, one last push and get the job done. Italy 17, Uruguay 10. I think Eddie Jones is in for a surprise today. You are saver watching, listening from Madagascar. Hey, happy to help. Yeah, it's. I mean, Eddie Jones has sparked quite a lot of fires this week, as he does, and he just has that smugness, that really almost irritating smugness about him. But speaking of smugness, let's go have a look at Eddie Jones and what he had to say about the bomb squad and how he reckons that he reckons they can compete. He reckons they can nullify the bomb squad, and this is what he had to say on Thursday.
Can you talk to me about his preparation, given he's been in isolation and won't be available to train with you guys until the captain's run tomorrow, please?
Yeah, he's had a diet of wraps, and he's got a gym at his home, so he's been working out. We're anticipating he'll be out of isolation 8 o'clock this afternoon, and he'll be ready to go, mate.
Okay.
We don't have a bomb squad like South Africa are so proud about, but we have Joe Marler and we have Will Stewart, and with the young guy Dolly from Leicester, we're looking forward to taking him on that last 20 and 30 minutes of the game.
Okay, with regard to Nick Dolly as well, you couldn't give me an insight as to what he's like, given it is his test debut and many people wouldn't know much about him. Yeah,
he's a similar story to Dylan Hartley. So we had Dylan Hartley and Chris Robershaw and James Haskell in today to watch training and chat with the blokes over lunch, because they've been a big part of this team. And Dylan and Dolly have got very similar stories. You know, they both left their country to come and try their hand in another part of the world. Both had heritage to play for England. You know, Dolly's been at Sale, was told he wasn't required by a phone call. I think he was going to play for Coventry. Leicester had some problems with their hooker and he's taken his chance and he's been impressive. He's a good, tough player. He wants to learn. He'll give you everything he's got. And that's all we're expecting on Saturday. He gives us everything he's got.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so they don't have a bomb squad, but they've got Joe Marler, Nick Dolly, and Will Stewart. Will that be enough? Will that be enough? As I said, there's been almost a sort of certain smugness about Eddie. And look, he's always a bit like that. You know, very sort of quite quietly confident, quite happy to stir a lot of pots, and sort of he kind of knows what gets under people's skin. So he always knows the right things to say to really frustrate you, or really upset you, or really sort of, you know, they're going, oh, I don't really like that and stuff like that. So he's very good at doing that. But the question is will we bite? You know, are we going to sit there going, you know, we need to prove him wrong, or do we have the composure to just let him say whatever he wants to say, and just sort of continue doing it, and just not really care? I think is probably the important thing. So yeah, it's a big point to prove, to be able to sort of shut that chat out and be able to just ignore what Eddie Jones is saying and be able to concentrate on what you are doing. And if the Boks can manage to do that, you know, I think pound for pound, player for player, we are the better side today. Obviously, we don't have 20,000 fans shouting for us. Twickenham will definitely be a big factor today because home ground advantage is always a huge factor. You can't get away from it. But we need to believe that we're better than them, because we are, I think, on paper. They're missing quite a few key players, so are we. But I think there are certain players that we need to try and get stuck into. And you think of some of the less experienced players, you know, like Nick Dolly's making his test debut. You know, he's making his test debut. Malcolm Marx coming off the bench. So, you know, who are you going to back in that battle? Now, I think Malcolm Marx has been one of the best players for the Springboks the entire year. I think he's been absolutely terrific. So, big sort of call to sort of, I mean, to sit there basically almost implying that Nick Dolly can match him, and to say that, you know, they're going to be fine. You know, Joe Marler is going to be fine. Now, Joe Marler we saw in the World Cup final. Came on. He's a very nice player, Joe Marler. I've got a lot of time for him. Very nice, very, very good player. I enjoy the work he does about mental health and stuff like that. But, you know, can he compete with Vincent Koch, who's been very good when it comes to scrum time? So it's all those sort of small battles, which I think is going to be very, very entertaining this afternoon. And that's where I'm really looking forward to it. You know, Marcus Smith versus Andre Pollard. How is Marcus Smith going to do? You know, World Breakthrough Player of the Year, which I don't think he actually deserved. If I had to be very brutally honest, I don't think he really deserves to be on the nominations list. So yeah, I think it's those sort of small battles which I'm very excited for. And I think that Pollard, the thinking could be, let's run a Marcus Smith. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can defend. Let's see if he can cope with the pressure, because that's what we did very well last week, where I think we did a very good job of putting off Finn Russell. And Finn Russell on his day is one of the best fly halves in the world. And yet we did a very good job last week of completely nullifying him. A couple of hits, a couple of big tucks, stuff like that, and really put him off his game. Didn't allow him the time to affect the game he had liked to. So, but Angelica says, I'm 1,000% behind our boys today. They're going to be playing for Russie, and I'm so proud of the Boks. Pierce says, local world champions, not England. LB says, Uruguay have really improved big time, only losing by 7 to Italy. Princess says, Bok brute power. I hope the English get smashed and they share ice cold castle beer to put on their blue eyes before drinking. All good banter. Peace. Victor says, old man irritates the ish out of me. Can't stand him. Eddie, take your teddy and go to Betty. As far as staying playing, he's on the bench today. Great coach, but can't stand his personality. Greaser says, we'll take the bomb squad over that any day. I wonder if Steady Eddie will has this 2007 World Cup winning Springboks. Eddie's a cool coach. I like him. He got a World Cup for us, didn't he? Well, he's part of the coaching staff, yeah. No ways England will win. They will all talk big and don't deliver, says Kevin. Lee says, mind games from Eddie. As we say in Cape Town, Eddie is grapperig. They've already learned how we play England. And good evening. Hello, Minimia. Welcome to the chat. Steven says, Sam Underhill, an absolute panther. He's going to be a monster today. Obviously, I would say we need to target Mark Smith, but to be honest, I think that's what Eddie Jones wants, and he'll give short pass into gaps if we focus on him. Well, the actual game beyond here, no. But you can check out the description on how you can watch it. Is Flying Fish a cider or a beer? It's technically flavored beer, which is basically a cider. I mean, it's not, but it's on the same sort of level, I suppose. So it's technically a beer. In terms of the way it's made, it's beer, but it's flavored beer. You've already learned how we play. England SA, says Kai Benetton. And Desmond says, Joe is a great England player, but he's still recovering from COVID. And in real terms, it's actually not a good call that he even runs onto the field. Health is more important as a Box fan. That's why it says, get the likes up, people. We have got, 14 minutes until kickoff. 40 minutes to kickoff. We've got 106 likes. So let's just keep smashing that like button. Let's see how many likes we can get towards the end of the before we kick off of the game. We've got 500 people watching us. Are we going to hit that big 1,000? I think we've had maybe 2 watch-alongs where we've actually hit the 1,000 mark, which is very cool. So let's see if we can try and hit that today. It will be very exciting. It's the last Springbok game of the year. So it's the last time we will be sitting here watching a Springbok game until June next year. So let's make it worth it. Eh? Let's make it a good one. Let's really have a solid watch along and end up on a really big high. Let me just sign off of work, and then we can really get stuck in. Where we at? So Mark says, hope you know pitch invaders. I agree. Desmond says, all said, I hope you don't underestimate England and that we stick to our strong points, maintain those, but then the Box will win. Kevin says, I'm from England, but fancy Bucks today. Tell you what I fancy. I'll tell you exactly what I fancy. I fancy a very cold beer because I have just signed off of work, which means I'm now 100% all in on you chaps, and it is time to get the hops going. Not the brandy, just the hops. I had enough brandy last night, but it's definitely time to get the hops going. So I'm going to grab a beer, and the question is, who's joining me for that beer? Who am I cheersing with yet? I know some people are on the water and the health train, which I respect. I can't do it, but I respect. But I've got me trusty Lions. Oh, look at that. I mean, when a beer is just so cold, you got the little droplets on there. I don't know if you can see on the camera. You got a little bit of the droplets there. And you just that best sun in the world. Just wait for it. There it is. Here it is. I actually don't think it's going to done very well. I actually had far too much to drink last night, and I actually have been feeling pretty wounded throughout the day. So this could go down like knives. But hey, what can you do? Yeah, unfortunately for you people, I have to push through. I don't want to necessarily have this beer, but for you people, I'll do it for you guys. Straight down the gullet. And we're moving. Right. 10 minutes to go. So any other comments here? So Princess says 500 plus watching, 137 likes. Hit them up, people. Yeah, 100%. Let's try and get up to 200 likes. Angelica says, recently, I don't think there's a game the Box have played where they underestimated the opposition. I think they know what they're up against, and they're ready. I hope so. Mark says, give that man a bell. 10,000 subs. We're pushing. We need 200 and less than 220 people. So who knows? Maybe we can get there on this day, during the stream. Maybe we smash past that 200 subscriber mark, which would be pretty, 10,000 subscriber mark, which would be pretty sensational. Imagine if we had load shedding. Well, in theory, They've got the contingency, so that we'll be fine. But never say never, unfortunately. Things do happen. Stephen van der Spade just cracked a cold one. Yeah, there we go. Won the beers, you chaps. Jan says, come on, Blocker, make me proud on my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Johan. Obviously, it's hard. I'll tell you, I have a fridge full of Corona. I'm on the waters. Yeah, I think I'd probably just toss it out, to be honest. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. I don't think I'd have the mental strength to be able to drink water whilst I had a fridge full of beer. I'll just toss them all out. Kay's backing my Lions. I love it. Boxed room by 2, says Johan. Warm beer in England. Audio very soft. Is it? I don't think it should be. It seems to be fine on my side in terms of the levels I'm seeing. So if it's a bit soft, then give me a shout. The best taste in the world is the first sip of a cold beer. 100%, almost 1,000%. Just all the percentage. How's Hooper? Good evening. Welcome. Jans, come on, Bokker. Make me proud. My birthday. I'm busy drinking a cold beer in England. Come on, Bokker. Morning beer for me in Canada. Love it. Watching from Buffalo, New York. Let's go, boys. Audio's fine. Right. Let's should we do a bit of a map? Where are we all watching from? How many continents, how many countries are we spanning? You know, obviously we've got Africa ticked over here, continent-wise. I'm hearing Canada and I'm hearing New York. So we've got North America sorted. Anybody from South America watching? I know we've got a couple of Europeans in the house. Do we have anybody in Asia? Anybody in Australasia? Where we at? Let me know where you're watching from. Let's see how many countries we can tick off. We've already, as I said, we've got Canada, we've got South Africa, we've got USA, we've got UK. There we go. Watching from Madrid, Spain, Portugal, Barcelona. Jeez, you guys are everywhere. Ukraine, Canada. Worcester there for in the Eastern Cape. This is my favorite thing about this, is finding out where people are watching. To sit there thinking that we're literally from everywhere. I mean, Russia, UK, Kenya, and yet we're all just sitting here in the same stream, and it's all about the same thing, about beating the bloody English, isn't it? Right, let's switch over to the stream and make sure we're all sorted there. One more to get to 9,800 people. Come on, surely we can do it. Let me sort my audio out. Meanwhile, so I'm going to sort my audio out. It's going to take about 2 seconds. By the time I get back, that needs to be 9,800. Okay? Good chat. Right, I saw a question about how old I am. I'm 25. Feeling a lot older these days, but yes, 25 is the official age. UK, Kenya, New Zealand, Centurion, Madagascar, Puerto Rico, there we go, Angola, Cape Town, Russia, Cape Town, Thailand, Doha, Qatar, India, Sydney, Colombia, where girls play better rugby than boys. Love it. Mozambique, representing the Middle East. Yeah, good old Grant up there in the desert. I would have been seen. South Africa players with Ireland would be a good match. Ireland would be I'm with you in the Beza, bro, here from Durban. I want to visit Puerto Rico one day. Watching from Hong Kong. Who plays bets? Any over 44? Can't say I did. I need money to be able to play best. Hair of the dog. Love it. Yeah, no, listen, we're on that. I hope SA wins because I live in SA. It says, Miajan Buerta, how is SA? Everyone can't wait to be home in 3 weeks. It's hot. It's sweltering. It's Joburg are very hot. The big storms. We're in full summer over here, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Even looks angry. Russia, Cape Town says, Neil there from Kenya, Benoni, I love it. Botswana, Afghanistan, St. Francis Bay, only 2 beers and I can barely stand, says Keaton. Soweto in the house, there we go. Harare, Benoni, Brakpan, Klawasi, Klawasland, Cape Town, Botswana. Also, thanks for the best channel, but making me feel at home here in New York. Well, no, thank you. That's what we're all here. I mean, not the all South African, but very much a safe space for all South Africans to just come and hang out. Go Springboks. Stephen, what is your score prediction? All right, so score predictions. Let's get them in the comments now. We're sort of establishing where everybody is. Let's also start getting some score predictions in here. I'm in South Africa, and I'm going box by 10. Box by 10. I'm not going to give you a where the scores will be, but that is my prediction. I am going box by 10. Hopefully, there we go, people. Hey, we're going to get getting a bit tight now with the subscribers. 170 to go as England take to the field, led by Courtney Dawes. I quite like Courtney Dawes, actually. He's a nice guy. Very quiet chap. But other people we've got going around there is got Miami. We've got PE or Kabeja these days. Lichtenbergville, Northwest Province, Free State, Cairo, Russia, Free State. Yeah, I mean, jeepers, we really are worldwide, aren't we? Brits in the Northwest. Yeah, jeepers, yeah. So Johan's going Boca 30, England 23. Can you speak Afrikaans? No, I can't. Very badly, actually. 32-12. Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of the 32-12s, I'm sure. 20 points to 14, says Stian Serpentine. Benjamin going with 27 to 29. Close game. Futures going box by 15. We've got another 32-12. Hello from Ireland. Welcome. 26 to 22, says Graham. Box by 14, says Stefan. Mark going 33-12. Keaton going 33-15. Yeah, most people, I don't think anybody going for England. No, nobody seems to be going for England, chap. 27-20 South Africa there. Says Benjamin. Louis with 31 points to 19. 15 Nilvik is future champ. Richards Bay. So I'm catching up. The comments are flying in. It's a bit difficult to keep up with all of it. Captain says also a fan of Laws. Well, the anthem's underway, so we're almost at kickoff. Come on, the buggers. Come on, the buggers. Come on, the chaps. So that's what's happening with the audio here. Yeah, we're almost ready, people. We're almost here. It is almost game time. Benjamin says, might be close game. South Africa definitely going to win. My prediction by 9 points, but the game will be, thank you. Will be close till the end. Lotiog from the Springs, about 12 kilometers from me. 26-3 to the Bokke, says Mark Julian Lee. The Bokke are pissed. Are they going to give 150%? Well, people, speaking of 150%, you guys are going 150% on this on the stream so far. I mean, we're fast closing in on that big 10K. We're almost up to 1,000 people watching, which is pretty spectacular. And yeah, keep up the subscribe. I just had a bit of biltong delivered in, so we're moving over here. God save the Queen, currently being belted in and around Twickenham. Interesting that Eddie Jones sings the anthem. I mean, I obviously know obviously the coast stuff like that, but as somebody who's not English, it's interesting that he does sing the anthem. Well, there we go. The anthems are done. Right, well, a bit of audio issues there with Supersport. I can barely hear Matthew Pierce. But there we go. Grant, are we on the counter for how many times we've been asked if they're going to show the game? Because I did see a comment over there. But yeah. Are we ready? Baron says, I have to mute the TV. The UK commentary and sing low is painful. Let's do this, boys. What a waste of starting time. Okay. Love your channel. Thanks for mentioning my name. Pleasure. Stephen says, why not? Because it's illegal. It's literally, I mean, it's copyright, people. Supersport own the rights. So I'll show the match, the equivalent of me walking into a store and picking up an iPhone. But people, check on in the description. If you go and sign up for Amazon Prime on a free trial right now, and then use ExpressVPN, you can then go and watch it. So we've got a link in the description for ExpressVPN and stuff like that. So you can watch it with a free trial Amazon Prime. So those are the ways you can watch. Unfortunately, it is all on pay-per-view, but that's the cheapest way to try and watch it. So yeah, everything's in the description if you want to try and give that a go. A lot of people are using it and watching it very successfully like that, so go and join them. But I cannot show any footage, otherwise this channel will get chased and turned down faster than Michael's on the Pimpy takes a half gap and goes over for a try. Right, here we go, people. Get the beers ready, boys. Is it just? I was about to say. Well, I answered. I was going to say the commentary doesn't sound very good on my side, but we've just seen the little thing. Andrew Brace, the referee today from Ireland, needs a big game. He needs a big game. And links to watch on iPad. So I don't have anything for that. I don't know. I'm sure Amazon Prime with the VPN. I'm not sure if it would work like that. Amazon Prime has a VPN blocker. It's not working for me. Especially VPN definitely works. I was testing it earlier. I was watching some of the Autumn Nation Cup using it. So you can try ExpressVPN. Pollard's got the ball. Hey, we got kickoff. Pollard's kicked off to the left. And it's a decent contest early on for my Pimpy. I think England do have it back. But I know that Lekanya seems to be in there. And this is a horrendous camera angle. But it is available for England. Ben Young's going to Courtney Laws. His first cut touch of the day. Ben Young goes to the air. Not a brilliant kick, and it's Dwayne Vermeulen underneath it. Dwayne Vermeulen, as he does, takes it very, very well. Now Kubas ran off sniping. Sees a half gap, almost gets through it. Very nicely won there. Billy LaRue going over the top. Michael's Oliver Pimpy. Quite flat to Trevor Nyakane. Wasn't the best pass, bit of a pressure under Trevor, but does well. Safka on the 10-meter line, going back to Pollard. He goes to Dwayne Vermeulen, who gets a decent go forward ball. Now going back to Pollard, who goes to the air for the first time. Almost a bit of a chip there. Jesse Creel chasing quite hard against Johnny May. Goes up and falls to the side of the Springboks, but I think it's Curry who comes away with it. It is Curry who comes away with it. Now Ben Youngs goes to the boot again, and it's a test for Billy LaRue. And under too much pressure, looking to find a bit of space, trying to get around. Eventually sees it. Goes around Bevan Rod. Bongi Manambi, his first carry. Strong carry there from the hooker. Box back in their own half, going back to the pocket is Pollard, who puts it up in the air. Mapimpi and Delendi will chase. Uncontested, first touch of the ball for Stewart, who gets away from Delendi. Eventually runs into Etzebeth. Up to the halfway out, England to Marcus Smith. Now he also puts it in the air. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot of kicking today. And Billy LaRue, ball goes up. I think eventually it's gone back towards the England. I think they've also got a knock-on advantage. Now, Marcus Smith sees a bit of space there, puts in the kick in behind. It's going to bounce. It bounces up. Martin games it. So England have got the ball inside the 22. Flat ball there. First ball cut to the ball for Carl Sinclair. Now, last time he did that in the World Cup final, he was off for the rest of the game. First carry from Mario Toje. Marcus Smith inside ball. Gets wrapped up by Kubas Renoch, and it's a bit quick here before Youngs, who puts in the hip. Oh, he's going to go through Billy LaRue. Get there, Billy. He's carried back. It's carried back. So it'll be like England scrum. There's a good little kick in behind there from Youngs, and I almost thought the shoot was going to go all the way. Billy LaRue thankfully having the pace to be able to get in front, but that's actually really well worked by Youngs. A nice little inside ball for Marcus Smith, and the block defense, well, they had quite a lot of numbers actually. So stabbed him behind, and almost sort of just Willie LaRue was desperately waiting for it to go over the line, but eventually had to touch and dab it down. So first scrum of the day, and England will have an attacking scrum on the far left-hand side. That's really well worked by Youngs. Nothing that Willie LaRue could do besides ground it. So a huge defensive scrum early on in the game. Right, so Bevan Rod and Carl Sinclair up against Rechekova Ditwe or Ox in Chair and Trevor Nyakane, Bongi Manambi and Jamie Blamir, the two hookers. Right, first scrum of the day. And if the Box ever needed a big scrum, this is the time. This is the time. We're under a lot of pressure. Oh, it's a short-arm free kick to England, which is a bit strange for the first scrum of the day. Early engagement, and I think they want another one. Carl Sinclair wants another one. Matt Proudfoot looking on. Interesting reaction towards him during the week. Right, big scrum, yeah, the chaps. Big scrum, yeah, chaps. Right, so it was. Oh, what's a big scrum? Oh, well, it's a penalty to England. Trevor Nyakane has gone down. I think it's on Trevor Nyakane's side. Carl Sinclair's smiling. You can smile all you want there, chap. I think if it hadn't gone down, I reckon they could have been in a bit of trouble. It looked like a decent hit, actually. Right, so there we go. Big first scrum penalty against South Africa, and Marcus Smith kicks into the corner. So England, with a lot of confidence, are back in the set piece here. They had a short time and decided to go for the scrum, and they've now got a penalty, and they've decided to go for the line. So early, big, a lot of defending here. Big early defense needed from the box. They go straight to Mario Toja. They go short, and it's gone straight down. It's available there for Johnny Hill. Ben Youngs, though. Carl Sinclair now coming in for pick up and go. Carl Sinclair taking half an hour to decide what goes. Then he goes himself. Nice tackle, nice hit on there by Dwayne Famira. Now Ben Youngs. Mario Tuolagi's floating around as well. He does go to Tuolagi. Rush defense from Sia Khaleesi. And he's driven back by Damon Delendi as well. Solid defense there. Now Youngs goes to Marcus Smith. Marcus Smith goes to Stewart. Stewart goes to Johnny May. He gets away from a pimp. He's eventually walked down by Kobus Reinach. Up to the 5 meter flat pass, Johnny Hill. 5 meters away. Ben Young's deciding to go to the inside. Mario Toja running. Solid tackle on him. And England with a lot of momentum at the moment. Discipline needed here as well as a good defense. Oh, there's so much space. Tuolagi's got it all around, and he's over. That is Shambo. Where was the entire flipping team? I mean, they ran the hands, and it was Tuolagi with about 40 meters open space ahead of him. Well, that's the worst possible start you could ever have asked. All the hype, all the this, all of that, and then you could see the try in the opening 6 minutes. Not the start we would have wanted. So no jump at the front. Was initially pretty well defended by the box, but after that, I think, just defensively in tatters here. You can see so many English players there. And Pollard not fast enough. Yeah, Jesse Creel rushes up to try and force the pass, but it's a decent one to Tuolagi. He's got all the time in the world to run it into the corner. Far, far, far too easy. Doesn't look very happy though, Tuolagi. He walked up with stepped up with a bit of a limp. He's not smiling now. Right, Marcus Smith from the touch line, and it just sneaks it to the right. That's a sensational kick. Right, 7 points to 0. Not a good start from the box. Right, chaps, we need to respond now. Ah, there we go. Tuolagi's off. Malins is on. There he goes. Well, he scored a try. Now he's off as Tuolagi. So that's not the change that England would have liked to have made early on. So off the kickoff, Ben Young's going to the boot, and he finds touch just ahead of just behind, before the 10-meter line. Yeah, so it looks like Tuolagi's game is done. That's a massive blow for England. That's a very big victory for the Boks, actually, the fact that he's gone off, because he's got so much power in that midfield to get over the advantage line that they're really going to miss him there. Right, first line-out. Solid line-out there from Diaga. Now they're more starting to find a bit of shape there. It's still going. Johnny Hill's got a hit. Now it's a slipped up tackle. Ref, he's got his arms all over his head. But it's available for Kobus Radach. Going to Luat Diaga. England defense quite quickly up there. Radach going to the boot. Oh, it looks a bit long. It looks too long. Radach, that's far too long. That's really poor. That's really, really poor. Huh? Oh, well, thank you very much, Johnny. Well, that's worked out. It was an awful kick from Kobus Radach. It was far too far. And Johnny May marks it and then tries to take the quick tap when he's dropped it. So he's just allowed South Africa to enter with a 5-meter attacking, well, almost the 5-meter, inside the 22 with attacking scrum. So we've got to make this count. No Tuolagi. So really going to miss a bit of physicality here, are England. But now we need to make this opportunity count. Yeah, it's literally on the 5-meter, basically. So that's a nice little gift from Johnny May. Time is currently off. I think it's Rod having a bit some treatment there. Been a while since I've seen a prop playing with a scrum cap. Right, the question is, what can the box work with this over here? Nice opportunity now to try and get a bit of a penalty and get some momentum. Rodrigo, where can I watch the game free? You can watch on Amazon Prime with a free trial, but you will have to pay for a VPN. ExpressVPN is the one that we recommend. This is how we're being drawn into malls. Early stages. But lucky for England, says Declan, that has become our mantra. Box not off to a great start. Yeah, I know we love chasing again, don't we? Our boys are looking a bit nervous. SA, please do it for us who live here. Itoje next, boys. Yeah, right. Well, here we go. Big scrum, needed. It's on the far right-hand side. It's about 2 meters on from the 5 meters. Call it about 8 meters out. We're going to be very specific. And as a reset, it's gone straight. What? Well, Angus Gardner is not making any mates there because Braves called for a reset and then changed the decision from a call that came from Angus Gardner, who's on the left-hand side as the touch judge. Now, to be honest, as World Rugby, in the wake of the judgment from how are you putting Angus Gardner into this game? Yeah, so it's Trevor Nakani loses his grip as he hits. Well, not the start we would have liked, and all of a sudden the box are back on towards the England 10-meter. And they've dropped it there as Courtney Laws, and Kobus Radach, I think, is first to it. No, he's come up the side of the English. Oh, that's a nice big tackle from Trevor. And Bongi Manambi working really hard at the rack just to try and cause a momentum. They've sucked in half the English pack there, so it's nice work by Bongi Manambi. Right, Ben Youngs goes to the boot. Hoisted high. This will be a tester for Jesse Creel. He's let it bounce. It's bounced straight out. It's bounced straight out. So another error there from England. Now boxing to actually capitalize on this. It was right up against the touch line. Jesse Creel electing to let it bounce, which is the right decision in the end because it does bounce straight into touch. So all of a sudden, South Africa now have a line inside English territory. Right, Bongi goes to Ebenezer. It's uncontested. Kobus goes to Pollard. He goes flat to Sia Khaleesi, who gets brought down by Colin Slade. Quick ball now for Renner. He goes to Damon Delendi. Damon Delendi goes to Pollard. Pollard straight to Willie LaRue. Willie LaRue trip over the top for Akazoma Pimpy to chase. He comes aside from Johnny May, who then spills it. Does he pull it forward? And Lucanio arm with a penalty. Come on. That's it. Oh, the box are so boring. All they do is kick. Well, England have box kicked about 14 times so far. We ran their hands. We got in behind. Trip over the top. Bounce in the inside. Johnny May under a lot of pressure. Gets caught up. Lucanio arm in there like a flash. Gets the penalty for holding on. It's right by the poles. Taps, take the 3 and we'll move back. Thank you very much. Brace having a talking to Maxwell Pimpy, who I think was getting a bit in the face of some of the English players, which I don't mind. Have a go. No issues there. No, 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 no. Nice little move there from the box. Ran the hands, got around on the outside. Good little kick inside there from Billy and just chasing hard. It's the work rate from the Kanya Kubas Ranark. You see, Johnny May butchers it, completely misses it. So I would target him. He's had a horrible start to the game. Knocks it sideways and then dives on it. And as a result, Lakanya just manages to have a free go at him, jumps on the top, and then says, "Thank you very much. We'll take the penalty. Off we go. Thanks, Chief. We'll see you next time." So Pollard will go for the polls here. Try and slot this. I mean, it's a pretty easy 3. So this should be 7-3. Yep, no issue there from Pollard. It was pretty much right in front. So the box hit back 7 points to 3. A nice little warning there, I think, to England that the box can keep the ball in hand, and they've got the capacity to do that. Pretty much doing what most of people have been asking them to do the entire year. Obviously, England playing block tackers. Why don't we tap and go? Take points until you're settled. I agree. I'm also I like to be positive, but in that position, they go now straight down the middle towards Willie Leroux, which is a tactic a lot of teams have employed. Tom Curry was chasing hard, but Willie Leroux did well that time. Now Leo Tiago puts his head down and exits the 22. Now Kobus Randolph asks for a couple of blockers here. He's going to go to the box kick. He goes very high. Maximo Pimpi is chasing hard down the middle. A couple of lazy runners. Oh, and Edwin Etzebeth has just plucked that from the air. That is gorgeous. Lovely. Goes back to Kobus Randolph. Andre Pollard now goes to Willie Leroux. Willie Leroux reckons he sees a bit of numbers. It's a horrible pass from him, though. Absolutely dreadful. Lakanya, I'm the man cleaning up. The knock was backwards. The ball seems to have come dislodged, and Johnny May's actually come away with 30, then kicks it into Willie Leroux, and it lands in the hands of Lakanya, and apparently there is a knock-on, and it will be an England scrum. That was a bit of a strange passage of play there. I think frantic is probably the word that I would use. You just need to settle into this game, yes. Just settle in. Oh, it's a fantastic take there from Evan Etzebeth. A lot of lazy English runners who are just trying to sort of create a bit of a wall for Stewart, but Evan Etzebeth managed to get up there, just took a jump, and look, I mean, when you're that hard anyway, you're always going to have the jump on it, aren't you? But here we go. Scrum on the left-hand side, just inside the 10-meter line or the halfway line. Actually, zoom out here. I think it's the 10-meter line. We've had very messy scrums so far. We've actually had back-to-back penalties at the scrum. So we haven't had, oh, that's a nice shove there, early shove there. Bongi Manami's popped up, but Ben Youngs has used it. He goes straight to, oh, there's numbers. Max Mellons jumps in, brought down Mama Pimpy. Oh, the slip from Johnny May. Big tackle then comes in from Sia Khaleesi. That was very important. Desperate defense now for the box on the 5-meter lines. They go to the short side, goes to Stewart. Stewart is over, and he scored. Makazolo Mapimpi, they've got to make that tackle. That is horrible. I mean, he's pretty much just picked up and go. And he's 20 years old, and he's just walked over, basically. Horrible start. Defensively, the backline defensively are absolutely nowhere at the moment. There's so much space wherever they went. I mean, it was one long pass. Makazolo Mapimpi is absolutely nowhere. Jesse Creel coming, gets stepped inside. Makazolo Mapimpi eventually makes the tackle. And they go back towards the right-hand side. They've got Pollard and Mapimpi. They're screaming for help. And it's just one-on-one defending, isn't it? And they give it straight goes towards Kobus Randolph and Makazolo Mapimpi. Some chaps, it's a 2-on-1 there. You've got to stop him there. That's horrible. Test match quality players, Kobus Randolph and Makazolo Mapimpi, you've got to be able to stop him there. Look, he's a big man, it's true, but I mean, it's 2-on-1 there, chaps. Come on. This is not the Springbok defense we've come to know. I'm busy being ripped apart by like a 20-year-old. Right, Marcus Smith, 12 points to 3. Well, we're going to have to play positive now. Marcus Smith goes straight down the middle. 14 points to 3 in less than 20 minutes. The worst possible start for the Boks. And we need to wake up here, chaps. We need to wake up. Dear. Graham says, England need to start fast. Boks just need to slow it down for now, then speed it up once it's settled. Kendrick says, man, I hope SA win. We have to prove something to prove. Steven says, England looking strong, tough for SA now, haven't turned up. Off the kickoff, Moratoja goes up. Brought down by Etzebeth, who then tries to go straight down the middle. Oh, it's a big counter right coming in here from the Boks, putting Ben Youngs under a lot of pressure. Youngs goes to Courtney Laws, the captain for today. Brought down in size 22 by Trevin Yokane. Now Youngs goes and finds the touch finder, and he does find a decent touch finder. I'll give him his credit there. Halfway between the 10-meter and the halfway line. Scrum's not working. I mean, we've had so many resets. We really need to actually sort it out. We need to score the next 2 times. Stewart is a huge fullback. Eric says, I know nothing about rugby, but go England. We're going to win this game. Don't worry, says Luxurious Sam. I think the main problem was Jesse in that run of play. Why is Khaleesi hands on his hips? Not sure which instance you're talking about. And we've got Swing Low, Sweet Chariot echoing around Twickenham. It's a bit boring, isn't it? They go to Dwayne and see a breaks off the back, goes straight to Kobus Ranach, who goes to Damon Delendi, pretty flat. Sit down, Colin Slade. Big carry there from Damon Delendi. Now going to Pollard. Pollard goes flat to Willie LaRue, almost looks forward. Chips ahead for Willie LaRue, chasing hard with Pimpy. And Stewart kicks into touch. Not a great. Could have been worse. It was a hurry kick there by Stewart, and this found touch just outside the 22. So a nice opportunity now for the Boks. Right, so here comes Don Human to give some instructions. Now, I wonder if anybody has an issue with that. I mean, why is it that as soon as Rassie Erasmus runs in the field, there's like huge issues? But Don Human, the scrum coach, has been running water the entire year, and nobody said an absolute peep about it. Erica says that their channel it's on will help if I could see it. Just check out the link in the description. We've got a link for we've got instructions on how you can watch the game there. Right, time back on. So it's a Springbok line out just outside the 22. They go to Luat Diaga. Early push. So you got a penalty advantage there. That's what I like to see. So a bit of a free roll of the dice here. Kobus Ranach takes it and goes to Damon Delendi. He goes to Pollard, wrapping around the space. His numbers. Pollard, what are you doing? Oh, we can actually set up nicely. I don't think the kick was the right decision there. We had the numbers. We'll go back for the penalty. I mean, it was a 4-on-1. It was a 4-on-1. I'm not sure the grabber was the right decision there. So the penalty advantage here. I mean, look at the space. You look at the space. Give it to Mapimpi. Oh, Pollard. What is? Why? I mean, it was a 4-1-2 situation. Pollard's just drifting out wide and then puts in the grabber. I mean, give it to Mapimpi. Draw man, pass, and we score that. How? I mean, if you this is and to be honest, that's kind of the problem because Richie Mwanga in that situation scores that try. We're going for the points here on the Boks. A couple of boos around the stadium. I mean, 3 points to 14. I think I'd probably also go for the corner. Dear. I hope Boks have a Zoom call with Rusty at half time. Needs to get in their heads. The Boks will grind them down. England won't be able to keep up the pace and physicality. Patience. I hope SA wins. Neaman. 10 years later, a bit of a slip there. Don't kick possession away. Box kicks and cross kicks only. Got a pass man with the penalty advantage. That was daft. Hope SA wins. And Kendrick is showing SA love from the Zim. And Pollard has put that down the middle, so it's 14 points to 6. But I would have liked to have seen us a bit braver. You go into the corner and you score a try there. You can level that up to 14 points to 8 or 14 points to 10. 14 points to 6. We've still got more than a try to go. But they always say take the points on offer. A couple of rusty masks in and around the stadium. Right, let's just see where England go from the kickoff here. Yeah, it goes down the middle. It's towards Willie LaRue. The chase don't get there in time, so it's a comfortable take from him. Under a lot of pressure at the ruck, though, but it is available to Kobus Ranach. Who goes to Lord Diaga? Can we get rid of this camera angle, yeah, people? I don't need to see it. Oh, and it's a penalty. For what? Chaps? You see, and now this is what pisses me off. Because we've now gone for the 3. We've gone for the 3, kept some points on the board, and you can see the penalty right in front of the Poles for way off to the breakdown immediately. Guess what? They can now restore their 11-point advantage. Be brave. Go for the corner here, chaps. So Eben Etzebeth, yeah. So it's all going off feet as the breakdown. He latches on and he loses feeding. So that's right in front of the Poles, and all of a sudden they said that where can I watch the match? Check out the description. England will monitor Rusty internet history. Alton Yankees would not have put in the grabber there. Says Grant, come on, boxers, WF, do you understand how to play rugby? I don't like comments like that. I really don't like comments like that. I mean, they've won so much this year. To put a comment like that is it's just a bit weird. Yeah, frustrating that they pushed that opportunity, but then the immediate reaction to say they didn't know how to play rugby as Marcus Smith adds the 3 extras. Right, chaps, we've got to be brave here. We've got to be brave. We can't be taking the points now. We actually have to be brave here. Why the big space for England to score? Commentary says they reckon that's not Rusty. Relax, folks. The box slow poison will start working soon, says Neil. Kay Dixon, hey, howdy, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hope you're all well. Welcome, Katie. Back on the stream. This ref is going to look for cuck penalties. Really never seen SA this bad. Go Boca. The box looked lethargic. Do England not wear mouth guards anymore? I haven't really noticed. Mario told you off the kickoff. Yeah, we just need that first try. We need to target Johnny May. Oh, Corny Laws almost fell straight in front of Eben Etzebeth. They've lost safety to 22 yards, so Ben Youngs can't go to touch. Puts it high at the end. There's Dwayne Vermeulen underneath it. Good take from Dwayne Vermeulen, as expected. And it's, yeah, thank you. It's a penalty for us for not rolling. I was about to say, here we go. Penalty for us. Now, here we go, chaps. Now we kick to the corner. So tackling not rolling is the call. It's against Mario Toje. Right, now here comes no conversation. We go for the corner here, chaps. No, man. Fuck's sakes. We're going for the points. Chaps, just for once. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. 17 points to 9. Come on, chaps. That's not enough. And with Pollard's kicking, I'm not sure I'm going to stand, not going for the corner. Just be brave. We've got last game, chaps. Last game. If we lose, I mean, to be honest, if we lose this game, I'm still counting this year as a success. To be perfectly honest, I do think it's a successful year. Maybe not the most successful year, but just be brave. Be brave. Where we are. Yes, they can do it. Go Boca. Time to go to the corner. They have no confidence in their abilities. Graham's joining the rugby. It's still very early. We just need to calm down. Steve, phone. Yeah, give me on the. Ooh, it is almost going up to the left there from Pollard. It does go over eventually. So 17 points to 9. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. 17 points to 9. You know, you get another kick and it's 12 and then 15. So you can do it. I would just like to see us being brave. Just be a bit brave sometimes. But yeah, so we've got the points. It is what it is. They're going straight down the middle once again towards Villaroo. He gets a bit of a run. Yeah, I mean, they target him all day, and he's taken it down very well so far. Oh, my living course. Renok has just thrown the ball straight into Trevor Nyakane's head. Well done, Kobus. Now we're under a lot of pressure. Thankfully, the counter-back there was good. But goodness me, Kobus. Right, Kobus Renok's not going to have the box kick. Looking for distance. It's an all right, decent kick. It's just on the 22, but that was at a rend. I mean, oh dear, it's just terrible. Just straight into his head, well, into his shoulder. Goodness me. They go to Courtney Laws, go straight down to Ben Youngs, goes to Marcus Smith. Right, what are they going to do? Marcus Smith goes straight to Johnny May, puts in the grabber kick. Jesse Creel is covering pretty well, dives on it, and penalty for being in front of the kicker. Thank you very much. Offside is the call. That's a bit of a get out jail free there. It's a nice penalty just before our 10 meter. It's against Marchand, who's come in. Marchand. To answer what, this is on the very limits of Pollard's range. Early days, we bounce back soon. Yeah, I'm not panicking yet. I wouldn't say I'm panicking. Katie says, doing well. Just enjoy this rugby gauntlet that the guys best with. Hope you're well. Your confidence in Pollard's kicking, well, he hasn't kicked very well this year. If you're going to be brutally honest. You should relax. I'm very relaxed. I'm going to be here. Kendrick says, Mario Toja is way overrated. Etibet had a better record than him. Oh, and Pollard slipped with that kick, actually. So just as well, it did find touch. Well, a kick from Pollard, says Grant Swartz. Yeah, it just sort of straightened very nicely at the end there. 7 drop kicks, prop switching the line. Yeah. It's good to be here for sure. We ladies love a rugby. Yeah, Katie's been a regular for a long time on the channel. We've got quite a few. We've got a lot of ladies in the chat. We're a very diverse rugby community here. Right, now more of them, chaps. More of them. Penalty advantage. Come on. Going on the blind side to my pimps. And the chip comes straight off the head of Max Manns, but we'll go back for the penalty. Right, I suppose you take the points again, I suppose. And suddenly 17-9 can become 17-12 and then 17-15. You just can't afford to concede tries or penalties off the kickoff. Marcus Smith is scaring me. Yeah, he is a bit. But we haven't been able to really sort of have a go at him. We need to try and get him off his game, yeah. After come on, says Vivian. Pollard really has been off his game. It's just not really happening for him. I mean, now slipping with the kick and stuff like that. Carl Sinclair having a bit of a go at Oxen Chair. Carl Sinclair, I'm just impressed you've lasted half an hour this time, to be honest. Josh Frost says, hate to say it, but England will win. Lucy says, I went to Twickenham stood last week to watch England Roses versus Canada. Defo want to see more rugby live, both men and women. I love your accent, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I don't. I've never liked my accent, but that's better. You see, Pollard's woken up and learned how to flip and kick a ball. My boy. There we go. 4 out of 4 for Pollard. 17 points to 12. There it is. Look, if you're going to kick like that, you can take the points all day. Right, this time Marcus Smith going short to the left, almost keeping the box off. Yep, Mario Toja regathered it. Very much not away for that. Big tackle though from Bongi Manambi. So England have actually won possession of the kickoff. Hey, switch to energy drink. Can we keep it? Oh, that's a bit of pressure on Marcus Smith and the ball going back in there. The chip in behind there. Jesse Creel is back in. Sorry, Andre Pollard who watched to go. That's a brilliant kick. And the box has been nailed back all the way on the 5 meter. So Mario Toja getting in front of the kick and regathering it there. Box just caught off completely unawares. Come on, Box. We got this. Is Lawrence Swanepoel. 1 try. Come on, Blocker. You guys are making us emotional. We trust that you guys have BMT and will pull through with the win. Let's do it for Rusty, says David, rugby coach. And I agree with Katie. It's never too early for booze. Maybe Scott's kicking boots on today. Yeah, it's kicking nicely. Long may that continue. And speaking of drinking, I'm back on it. Well, it's a good line of win there from Lutiaga. To back towards Scribbles Raynock, and then a solid carry from Dwayne from Mulan. So it's good extra play. Now we need a good kick from Pollard. Got a lot of time. He doesn't find touch. You've got to find touch. Johnny May is wrapped up by Dale Lindy. Well, he doesn't manage to actually hold on to him. Now eventually gets brought down. Pollard needs to find touch, though. You can't afford not to find touch. Johnny Hill now puts his head down. Bumps off the first tackle. It's still going as Johnny Hill. Got a couple of runners with him. Lukanyang was trying to hold him up. England on the left-hand side. Marcus Smith almost putting Bevan Rod into a gap. Putting the strings quite nicely so far as Marcus Smith. Blamar a little bit isolated there, but the support eventually arrives. Ben Young's going towards the right. Snipes himself. Goes towards... Oh, pop a pass. Doesn't go to hand. Continue there. Carry goes to Stewart. Stewart, there Lindy is... And brings our Madlands towards the corner there. Well, it's all a bit frantic at the moment for the Boks. England are looking really good, playing a little bit off the cuff at the moment and just sort of playing. It's very open, and England enjoying the openness of it. So we need to actually make this a bit tighter here. I think that this defense just looks a little bit nowhere at the moment. Defensive structure there, you're looking at that, and a couple of players. I mean, it's good scramble defense here, nice tackle by Damien Delaney. It's pretty textbook. But there's just far too many holes in this defensive line at the moment. So half-time, it could be needed, actually. 17-12 at half-time could be exactly what we need. Our restarts are the weakest part of our game. I agree. I definitely agree. Go to Eben Etzebeth this time. Uncontested, so he turns around and goes down himself. Keeps the ball inside, though. We're inside the 22, so we can kick for straight into the touch. But they're going to have it. Quacker Smith is going to have his first carry of the day. Try and create a bit of a better angle. And then Kobus Reinach, I think, wants another carry for an angle. Now he's going to go to the box kick himself. And it's straight into, that's a horrible box kick. I mean, he's made all of about 4 meters. All of a sudden, he's given England a line out inside the 22. Now, it's funny because the other day people were sort of saying that Kobus Reinach is probably better than Faf and stuff like that. But am I the only one who thinks we are really missing Faf de Klerk this tour? Herschel Yankees hasn't really pitched up. Kobus Reinach for me today hasn't really pitched up. And we are missing Fluffy. Graham says Polo's kicking all right, isn't he? We will claw back. I hear Springboks enjoy roses for dessert. Great defense in the end. England are loving the space, though. Yeah, far too much space. We're defending too much. We need to attack. Look, I mean, we are a defending team, so we will do a lot of defending. That's a poor exit. That's an horrendous exit there from Kobus. Can't be. I mean, they've got to line it inside the 22 here. They go to the front of the line through Laws. Early shove, but it's a set move there to Blamark. Inside ball to Marchin now. Quick ball there from Youngs. Goes to Rod, runs into Damien Delendy. Now they're going to the short side. Marchand can't get free his hands. Gets up to the 5 meter line. It's available for Youngs. Oh, that's a big hit on Ox. That's loose hit on loose hit. That's a huge hit from Ox on Bevan Rod. Nice big hit there. And a penalty as well. Come on. Retsecho Vaditswe, my boy. My boy. Sit down. Can I get just a boom? Just doof. I mean, Rod, I don't know what he was doing. He basically grabbed the ball and stopped, and Oxenchair buried himself in a bit of Rod cake there. Oh, it's a huge hit. Sit down, son. Yeah, good. Original Damon says, yes, you are missing Faf. Kobus having a bad day. Mark Smith is causing the box problems. You don't know what he is going to do. Agreed. Oh, that even hurt me, says Graham. Pod can't see him stay on his feet. And he says, agreed, it's been tough without Faf. I was pretty disappointed with Yankees at 9 and Reinach is lightning, but that's not really how we play. Well, we've got a penalty there. Let's boot our way upfield. And we find touch just inside their half. All right, we can get a penalty here and go into half time at 17 points to 15. Then we're actually all right. But Kevin says perhaps the toll is finally showing. I think last push to finish the second half. It's been a long year for the Boks. I think we actually need to talk about the fact of how long a year it's been for them. So this is always going to be one last push. And the ball goes straight through, but Kobus Reinach is there to... That's a very nice carry from him as well. Not a particularly good lineup, but Kobus Reinach did very well to clean up their chaps. We need a scrum off. We need a scrum to get the ball out. England have come up. They've read it well. I don't think this ball's going to come back on our side either. England have actually turned it over. Ben Young eventually puts the ball to boot. Goes to Pollard. Jeepers, it slips again. Pollard, whatever boots you pack, Chief, they were not the right ones. The Pimpy now caught on the ball. And a penalty. Chaps, I mean, it's just an amateur hour at the moment. Absolute amateur hour. We're playing about as bad as the bloody Slade's haircut. I mean, Pollard his decision-making is so nowhere at the moment. You can't stay on his feet either, which doesn't help. Going for the corner here are England. Laws points towards the corner, so Colin Slade will sit there with his little technique. I mean, cheapers, it's a horrendous haircut, isn't it? Right, so within the last 4 minutes, England now have an attacking line-out. Big second half needed now by the Boks, but first of all, got to try and get to look for 17-12. We can work with. We can work off. What a tackle by Ox, says Grant Swartz. Look, it's ugly, but we're only 5 points adrift, 100%. If you can defend this well, it's not a train smash. That was an Osterand tackle. Then we can bring our benches on. Villiers skating at the moment. Where's Steyn or Alton? Both on the bench. Take Polly off, France Steyn on. Right. Another variation from the line out, and Lamai is wrapped up by Evan Etzebeth, who's managed to hold him up. Eventually managed to get down to ground. We're just seeing a lot of variation in general from England. I think that might be where Eddie Jones to the box. Oh, that's a huge tackle from Vermeulen and Liaga, driving Curry back into there and winning a penalty as well. Thank you very much. Good stuff. And nice physicality. Look, I'll say something about Andrew Brace. He's been pretty consistent with his penalties. But it's amazing what game 9 dominance do. Big hit there, and all of a sudden you're on the front foot. That's what we need. That's what we need. Just a bit of, and every single time we've actually been down, we've had a couple of players who have just stood up and said, "No, we'll make something happen here." That oxen chair tackle, that tackle now. But again, another variation on the line up there. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so line out now. Ibn Etzebeth just inside the half, breaks off Khaleesi, goes to Renoch, who then chips it over the top. Lakanya Ahmed's at full tilt. Where's the ball? Bounce. It bounces very nicely from Mellons, who then chips the ball back. Oh, that ball just doesn't seem to be running out. He's found touch just outside the 22. It was almost a 50-20-22, by the way. That was almost very, very close, chaps. Set move here. Kubus Renoch didn't go over the top. Was probably a bit too far. Bounced the ball. Really favored Mellons, who first thing did is chip over the top. And Pollard, points outside and to make sure that they don't try and give it 50-22. But not quite all there at the moment, isn't it? Just playing catch. The ball's just not quite bouncing outside. Haven't been able to make most of our opportunities count. I didn't really like that move. It's a bit of a weird one for Kubus Renoch to chip over the top to a bit of space from nowhere. Now Vermeulen has just lost the line out. Goodness me, chaps. Sam Underhill's come away with it. Tell you, this block team right now could not organize a piss up in the brewery. Let's get to halftime, chaps. Let's get to halftime. Ben Youngs goes to Marcus Smith in the pocket, and that could be the worst drop goal attempt since I had a go at school practice once and was told never to try that ever again. Thankfully, we'll get away with that one. 17 points to 12 with 10 seconds to go. We'll take it. I think we just need the halftime. Because under a lot of pressure at the moment. And that's been a flipping quick half, by the way. Yeesh. I'm sweating bullets here. From the restart, trying to make it contestable. And all we've done is given it back to England. I mean, I don't know why you just didn't launch that deep into English half. Now Ben Youngs kicks it over the top. Just kick it out, chaps. Just kick it out. 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 Jesse Creel with the ball into 22. Kubus Renoch will just tip it out. Right. Half time. Not the half we wanted. But we've got a bomb squad for a reason, and they're going to need to do what they do best in the second half here. Because at the moment, the Springboks are trailing 17 points to 12. A very impressive showing in the first half by England. Who need to sort their discipline because they are conceding quite a few penalties. But, big half of Test Rugby at its best. So I'm going to have a bit of a break, maybe chew a bit of biltong. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys, we're just going to go through what the other games for the weekend are and the team stuff like that. And then I'll join you guys in just a few minutes. Please do smash a like on the video. We've got over 1,000 people watching, which is pretty phenomenal. So come on, people. We are less than 100 away from 10,000 subscribers. We are 90 people away from 10,000 subscribers. Are you telling me that all 1,160 of you are subscribed? I don't think you are. Which means that I think that there's definitely 90 people right now that can just get us over that 10,000 marker. So if there is, start smashing that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in just a few. That would help. Right, we're back. So halftime score 17 points to 12. Yeah, not the half we would have wanted, but a very, very much a big contest at the moment. So in terms of what needs to change, the things that have gone so well for us hasn't really worked today. Our scrums have not been great, which is frustrating. But and it's just you're looking at it now. Silly mistakes, silly mistakes. A couple of poor passes, a couple of lineouts not quite working. So yeah, the set piece needs to sort itself out, because if we can sort the set piece out, that's always a platform that we need to be able to then attack. You know, we need the scrums to go well. That's where we get a lot of penalties and we kick points over. We need our lineouts to be solid. We need to be able to use our set pieces as our get out of jail free, really. But the problem is our set piece hasn't really functioned well in that first half. The scrums are struggling. And I think also we're struggling with is England are playing quite an expansive and sort of off the cuff type thing. So I mean, Marcus Smith is very unpredictable. So we need to shut him down, which means you actually need to get involved. You need to actually target Marcus Smith. Let's get Damien Delindi running into him. Tuolagi went down very early, so they've lost that physicality in the midfield. Let's use that. Let's get Damien Delindi. He had one very big run. Let's get him into a gap. Let's get him on the front foot. Let's get him a nice flat pass which you can run onto and try to run over people. You know, let's start actually having a go here. You know, you talk about physicality. Let's see it. Let's see this physicality. But yeah, what's the chat here in the chat? Frankie says, I wanted that Eddie saw Ireland just saw play territory. Box can't score 3 in their own half. Your bench will clear England out, though. The Box aren't doing well, says Drews Bob. The bench will bring it home, reckons Anon. Quick ball is killing us. Wondering if the bomb squad will change things. Box are also very lucky. England have been making stupid mistakes. I'd argue that we both make quite a lot of stupid mistakes. Leonardo is numbing the pain with a Heineken. The bench squad going to roll on now. So how should Ox deal with Sinclair? Because dropping your head is not the right thing to do. I don't think he'll have to deal with Sinclair for much more. I think we're going to see, if not right now at halftime, the front row plays. I think we'll see it in about 5 minutes at least, at most. But yeah, Branker says, what drink, Yella? I've got a beer in my hand. How should I start the slow game down? You're a guy. You're talking about me. Then yes, brandy. And yeah, people on the brandy. Everyone's in the brandy and the Brunners. Maxwell says, Underhill and Curry Magnum Force. Double Clippies. We've got some Clippies going. We've got some beer going in there. Fantastic first half. Box level scraps. Any team with good discipline can 100% give them a good chance. Aviator, our players are slipping all over the place. They need to change their stats. I mean, Pollard can't stay on his feet. Villiers having a solid game. I feel like we can keep him on for about 15 minutes in the second half. Yeah, I don't think Villiers done anything wrong. Apart from that horrendous pass, which puts on a lot of pressure. But yeah, generally he's actually been all right. The Beast looking like a tech genius in this class jacket. Slow poise says Carter Paul. People need to relax. Our first team is coming on now. I wouldn't say it's our first team. I just think it's a very tactical. But these are the players that can come on. You know, Malcolm Marks, Stephen Kitsoff, Vincent Koch, Franco Mostert, Jasper Wiese, Ursula Yankees, Alton Yankees, France, Stein. I think there's a lot of players in there that can help. Obviously, the front row at the moment is struggling a little bit, so it'll be interesting to sort of see if that second front row can sort that out, or they'll experience similar issues. I think Kobus Rannick is struggling, so I'd like to see him up his game, or else we're going to have to give Herschel a go. And I think Pollard's been a bit nowhere. He's kicked very well, but his general play has been a bit poor. So I reckon we'll see probably about 20 minutes of Alton today. They are 16-man side. We're playing the ref also again. Don't agree. They've actually conceded more penalties than we have. Is it just me or does the energy feel off the Box? Box will claw their way back into this game. They always do against England. Bring on the bomb squad, I say. Says Victor. They need to turn up the intensity. I mean, those players should be the starters, in my opinion, because they win crazy amount of turnovers. Yeah, but I think that's the whole point. It's just you got to play to your strengths, and you know, in that stage of the game, that's where your turnovers and stuff like that are so important. So Raging Potato says because we lost our water boy. Stefan says second front row required. We need Malcolm Marks. How's he performance today? He's been all right. He's been a bit quiet. Hasn't had as much to do as we probably would like, but he's working hard. England only play when they have space, suffocate them in and keep moving the ball, and it's working. Marky Marks. Frankie Byrne, thanks so much for the super chat. He says, good game so far. I think the Box struggle in their own half. Having said that, your ability to force teams into mistakes is brilliant. Support from, I think it's Ireland. It's not really coming through over here. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. And Graham, the latest member of the Forever Sports Members Club. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. I think it's got 3 new members today. So we can actually update the member number there. We can put that up to 31. So we've got 31 members in the Forever Sports Members Club these days. Thank you very much, Graham. And thank you very much, Frankie, for the super chat. Strategic placement. Come on, Box, give us a big second half. Bomb squad. Yeah, I was talking about the bomb squad. I was talking about the water boy. And Chair having a good day. I smacked Bevan Rogers. Cheers, boy. In terms of subscribers, we are. Yo, come now, people. If you guys get me to 10K, I'm gonna lose it. Just skull a beer. We can have celebratory shots. I don't know why I've got this here. It makes me look like an alcoholic, doesn't it? I just got like a bottle of shots just ready at all times. Unfortunately, I have a shot glass though, so pop the champers. Canvas Records, Krillo's the weak link, and Big says England wants revenge. This is going to be a damn close game. Can go either way. Yeah, look, it's been a good test match. I think if you're a neutral, I reckon you probably quite enjoyed it. As a Bok fan, it's been quite disconcerting and a bit worrying at times, but we are only within 5. So it's been a converted try and you're in the lead. So definitely not out of the game. Wayne says, hi, just woke up in New Zealand, ready to listen. Go, Boca. 32-12 won't work now, sadly. Yeah, I just went and fetched myself a cold one. Let's go, peeps. Yeah, I need to finish this one. Graham says, yes, let's go to 10K, then shots. Yeah, cheap as well. I need a shot glass for that, which I don't have, unfortunately. I'm trying to think about anything I could use as a shot glass. I don't really want to sip out of the bottle because we might still use it. But yeah, I got to pre-game a little bit, so I'm going to go join the buggers later this evening. And although I had a big evening last night, so I'm a little bit was a little bit fragile earlier, but we're back on the drink and we're moving. Rex says 1K live viewers, let's go. Yeah, no, we're moving. We're moving here, people. We're moving, and I'm enjoying it. Drink the whole bottle, Jesus, like it. Look, there's pre-gaming and then it's getting a little bit hectic here, people. Is the weather good? It does seem to be quite wet. I mean, it's not raining or anything, but it does seem to be quite wet. We've seen a couple of, not too many knock-ons, but it's a couple of slips and stuff. So probably is a little bit wet underfoot. All right, Graham, pleasure, mate. Enjoyed your commentary for a long time. Support anyway, which I can, but I really do appreciate that. Are you going live for France versus All Blacks? I will be going live. Well, we will be going live. It won't be me. It would be me if I lost a lot of weight and gained a lot of hair. Carl, in theory, will be live with you guys later tonight. As long as his internet and everything all sorts itself out, I am going drinking tonight. Woo! Which we might even be celebrating. We could be celebrating 10,000 subscribers. So, yeah. Let's see. And we can start setting. Tell you what, my final offer. I want to wash this mug. My final offer is I'll drink a bit of Patron off out of our Forever Sports mug to signify 10K. How about that? And let me just wash it out with a bit of old Coke. Okay, so that's my final offer. When we get to hit 10K, we'll drink a bit of Patron out of my Forever Sports mug. How's that? Jake says, I just subscribed, but the numbers stayed the same. Maybe you're over 1 million already, but the stats are skewed. It just takes a bit of a while to reflect. I'll show us the Springboks. Shout, attack your Pollard and put Alton on man. England expecting Box massive second half. Let's subscribe, fellas, a 10,000 bottle must fall. Zayn says, you're a fantastic commentator. I'm contributing. Please reach 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. Mark says, just subscribe. Enjoy the drinks tonight, man. Thank you very much. How much is Amazon Prime to watch sports? I think it's like I think it's like $6 or $7 or whatever it is, or $5. I think it actually is. Springboks needing the bomb squad, a bit of old cut. Yeah, look, it's just been sitting there. Do you have any Fair Sports shot glasses on the market? Yeah, maybe we need to add it to the merch. Right, we've got kickoff for the second half. Here we go. And they go straight down the middle again. And Villaroo won. Oh, he spilled it as I said that. But Sia Khaleesi was there to Can we change the camera angle? Goodness me. I still can't see anything. Thank you. Now Pollard goes to the boot and he doesn't look for distance. He goes high. And it's a penalty for, I'm not quite sure what. Offside. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Where do I go buy a mug? Yeah, so we're gonna add the mugs to. So we've got a Forever Sports store. The link should be in the description. We're gonna add the mugs to it as well. That's the big thing I want to try and push in the new year. We're gonna spend December sorting out the store proper. Get some mugs going and stuff like that. But a penalty here, so Andre Pollard will kick ourselves into England territory with this horrendous camera angle. 11 people from shots, people. Let's go any sub. Go basically you can try Amazon. Yeah, you can get a 30-day free trial. Probably watch for space. Literally. Oh, and the ball's gone over the top from Bongi Manambi. And it's lost forward. I think Bongi Manambi could be replaced quite soon, yeah. Because they just haven't really pitched up this front row, unfortunately. Bongi Manambi, it's not the first time the line has gone askew.
Taking over the duties that John Mitchell played for Eddie Jones's England team for some time.
Okay, it's a scrum here. Sorry, I'm just going to reply to this. Right, scrum, yeah, big opportunity for the box. It is an England scrum because the line isn't quite working, but this scrum needs to sort itself out. So we really need to get, but here comes Malcolm and Kitsoff and Vincent. So I think this will be the last contribution from the current front row. Mike says, hi Stephen, what's the possibility of you selling rugby jerseys of each rugby nation? I've actually got no idea what the important stuff like that and what the issue, what the process would that be. You can look into it, but yeah, I wouldn't really know. Pretty much started storming here, and then lights went. So Zim, no, listen, you're done there, mate. Malaysia bomb squad, Malcolm, we need you on. Right, big scrum there from the box. The ball's not coming out. To penalty, come on. Oh, that's the last contribution from them. Take a bow. We've been waiting for that scrum. Look how hyped up Bongi and Manambi is. Go and get in Sinclair's face. Go and tell me shit. Boom. For the first time, we actually had a scrum which went going. And Carl Sinclair, sit down, get off, get out of there. Massive dominance there. Take the 3 points. I don't mind that. That's an look at Ox here. It just says thank you to Carl Sinclair. Thank you very much. You're absolutely nowhere, mate. Trevor's busy destroying Rod. Love it. That's what we need. That's what we've been waiting for the entire game. That kind of moment. Well, as I said, I think they're about to be replaced as this front row. But if that is their last contribution, that's a huge one. That's given them momentum. And he's missed it. For Pollard. He slipped it again. Well, there it is. The new front row comes on. And, I said, it's a big contribution. Pollard's just stuffed it all up because he's missed it. Goodness me. Pollard, after kicking so well. That would have been such a big moment. To start of the second half, boom, massive scrum, slot the 3. We're in within 2 points. Thank you very much. And then Pollard, and it wasn't even a particularly hard kick either. That's really frustrating. Right, kick up there from Pollard off the restart there. Stood under a bit of pressure. Stephen Kitsoff, their early contribution. But Ben Youngs goes to the boot. Quite deep, so Pollard's got a bit of time. Throws past to Villaru. Villaru assesses options. Goes to Quacker Smith. Quacker Smith sees a bit of space. Big tackle on him from Courtney Laws. But he's managed to get himself into England half. Kubas Randolph goes to Pollard. Run the hands, Billy! To Damien. Oh, chicken passes here. Goes here. Comes here. Oh! And the pass just going off the English player out. It was a 2-on-1. And if Sia managed to get that, but that Damon Delende, little sunny ball, who? It's a big hit on Quacker Smith, but it was exactly the carry we needed him to make. And then they saw the opportunity. They ran their hands. But went straight to Damon Delende, who did very well to get inside. Boom, chicken wing pass to Sia. And the pass just not going to hand. It goes to, off the England player, I think. Sia Khaleesi. And if this goes to hand, Jesse Creel, he's scoring it. Oh, no. So he actually just missed it. So it looks like Jesse Creel is actually a bit too far ahead. Oh, I thought it was going to be a blocked line out, but it's an England line out. Come, this is a good start of the second half here, chaps. Come on. Ben Youngs hacks it off away. Upfield from the box kick to Jesse Creel. Right, Jesse, your first touch of the day. What are you going to do? He gets away from one, runs into another. He runs into Slade. Now he's busy being driven back. But Vincent Cock is there too. Tom Carey, you are so off on the side there. It was actually just a joke. Back to Pollard. He goes to the boot. Pimpy almost looked a little bit offside there, chasing hard into the middle. Very good take off the air, and smashed into the tackle now by Damien Delende. England with the possession back on the 10-meter. Marcus Smith. Slade eventually goes to the boot. So I don't think he actually comes off a block player. Goes towards the middle. Pollard's coming back. He's got Vili for company. Vili puts in a high kick there. Makazuma Pimpy and Lakanya Am are just slowing their chase. Stewart picks it up. He's doing very good today, Stewart. Oh, and Carl Sinclair has been smashed by Malcolm Marks after fumbling that ball. And Vincent Cox all over that ball. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Carl Sinclair, shove it, boy. Shove it. Cheers. Cheers. Away with you. Boom. Have some bomb squad in that. I mean, horrendous take from Sinclair. And as he's fumbling it, Malcolm Marks says, thank you. I'm going to just boom, boy. And then Vincent Cox is over that ball immediately, jump on that and says, just cheers, boy. I mean, you don't want to be in the air running to Malcolm Marks. Japers, me. Yeah, Carl Singh does not. I'm not sure what he's going. I'm not sure he knows what hit him there. Yeah, he got smashed there, chap. Look, he does well to eventually take it, and then he gets absolutely manhandled. Right, so Pollard right in front now. We'll hopefully add 3. This is what we need. Crocodile Stevens say, "Now listen, if you're gonna make requests to what I need to say, then you got to show me the moolah, show me the money, right? Pollard straight down the middle. Andre Pollard, how have you missed that? It's literally right in front. We would literally be in the lead. You go and kick 4 out of 4 in the first half, and then you come and miss 2 dead easy fucking opportunities. And here comes Joe Marler. I don't think Rod was particularly good, you know. I mean, come on. We literally should be in the lead. It's one of those games. If we lose this by 3 points, or 5 points even, you're going to sit there thinking, Pollard, come on. I mean, what more do you guys want them to do? Big scrum penalty. Big impact there from the bomb squad to win you a penalty right in front of the goals, and you flip and miss it. Come on, man. Support your pack. Smith going high, and Billy LaRue losing it ahead, and Max Mullins comes away with it. England all of a sudden in the back half. First time they've had the ball pretty much the entire half. Now Marcus Smith going high as well. It's drifting towards the center, and Pollard is solid under the high ball, and then loses it in possession forward. Just get him off. Just get him off here. Oh, Tom Carey with a bit of a dive. I love it. I mean, Tom Curry is all over Damon Delende well after the whistle's gone. Delende stands up, and in doing so, just lodges the footing of Curry, who lands on his back, and then he sort of rolls around. He's putting a little performance. 10 out of 10, Chief. Dear. Baron says, Yankees used to come on now. Oh, my life, Pollard, says Crocodile. We should have been on 18. Come on, Box. Can't believe England's Pollard's cuck, man. You can shout, but we can't hear you. In front, Mass is Craig Morgan. We have a few guys in the back line who shouldn't be there. England copying our play. Look, if you want me to say it, you can put in a super chat. England copying our game plan. That's Ben Young's off. Rafi Quirk's on. That's a big call to make. Johan says we're giving this away. Mark says to Sinclair, your mother was a man. We're dropping those bombs. Polly has to go now. Sack him straight away. Give Alton a chance to add some zip to the game. As Risky Matter says, the bomb squad is overrated, guys. We need Spoo and Fussy. I don't think that'd make much of a difference. This is not soccer. I need to replace Pollard. Alton says Kevin Pollard's collapse. Get him off. You'll only get worse as Johannes. Smack Sinclair and sub Pollard. Right, scrum time, chaps. Scrum time, chaps. First scrum with the new front row. It's gone down. That's a penalty to the box. Come on. Come on. That's what we need. That's what we want. That's what we expect. Boom. And it's time for another cold beverage. Oh, and these are ice cold. As I said, you know when you've got little water droplets just sitting over there, and it's just yes. That's just the stuff. Yep, very nice, very nice. Cheers, people. Cheers, people. Bronco versus the latest member of the club. Yes, you really want me to say it. Okay, well, just for you. I don't know why you want me to say it so badly, but your master Poos. You really were adamant on that one, were you? But I appreciate it. So welcome to the latest member of the members club there. And I think I just missed a substitution, actually. He was busy sorting out the beer. Here comes the rolling Moore. Malcolm Ross controlling things at the back. Nice momentum here. And Kubus Radok has come away with it. Kubus Radok almost getting away from Mario Toje. Good support play from Damien Delendi. Chaps, we need to get this ball out. We need to get this ball out. We need to get this ball out. Quacker Smith there, wrapping a scrum half. Chaps, where's our scrum half? There it is. Oh, bit of a fumble there from Vincent Koch. So we're just beyond the 10 meter. It's pretty central. Back to Pollard. He'll go to the boot. This needs a big change. Chase is going to be in the 22. Marcus Warmer Pimpy goes up. And he marks it. Pollard, you've been so nowhere. Oh, and now there's no one back. So Stuart goes himself. And that's a brilliant clearance up to the halfway line. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. South Africa's going to win this game because we are born winners. I'm feeling your brother. Cheers with the line. Yeah, I know. On the line train. Yeah, on the line. Dude, come now. What are you recording with? You can just scroll back and have me say it again. Yeah, this is getting a little bit. Let's start paying by the hour here. Just scroll back on the thing and you can record me saying it. Because Sia Khaleesi is busy running over Rafi Quirk. He's still going as Sia Khaleesi. He's eventually brought down inside the England half. Nice carry there from the captain. Goes to Damon Delendi. Delendi gets past one. He's taking Marcus Smith for a bit of a ride. This is good momentum here for the box. Now Kubus Reinhardt to Stephen Kitsoff at first. Stephen inside ball to Luit Diaga. Now Kubus goes to Pollard. Pollard goes to France Steyn, who's on. And France Steyn spots a bit of space in behind. Johnny May goes inside to Stewart, who launched it straight down the middle. This will go down the throat of Damien Delendi. Right, what can we do from here? Damien Delendi's got his head down. Stewart makes the tackle, but Damien Delendi gets away from him. Eventually brought down by Blamier. Chiefy's so from the side there. Yeah, thank you. Penalty right in front. Now, can we just give this to France Steyn? Because Pollard can't kick anything, dude. Yo. Grant Swart says, Carl Sinclair is a shit scrummager. I just took 2 Xanax, potting my nerves. Love it. Yeah, you can just scroll back and be sorted there. Massive carry out from Sia Khaleesi. Pollard gives it to him, and Sia Khaleesi, it's behind him as well. And he just says, right, cheers, Marcus Smith, nice try. Eventually brought down, and then Damien Lindy once again. We went straight into Marcus Smith. Tom Curry tries to help out, but they both can't bring him down. Stewart missing the kick. Right, now it's right in front, so surely you just give this to France Dane. Well, it is Pollard, and it's straight in front, and it does finally go flipping over. This should be, so instead of within 2, this should be us going further into lead. We should be 21 points to 17. So it's quite frustrating. Goodness me. You incredible people, we have done it. We have done it. Forever Sports is now officially over 10,000 subscribers. You people are phenomenal. The word is phenomenal. And Andre Pollard is off, by the way, which is phenomenal. Well, I mean, it's not that, but it's just really sticking with the chat there. So, France Dane is on, by the way. And Alton Yankees on as well. So we've emptied our bench quite early, but Alton Yankees' first contribution up and under there. Who's chasing? Jamie May goes back to it. He's wrapped up by Jesse Creel. Oh, the pause popped up, and Joe Marler's under a lot of pressure there. Joe Marler does quite well. Now Marcus Smith puts in the up and under. That's very well. It's an early tester for Alton Yankees. The ball pops back towards the Springboks half, and France stays under a lot of pressure there from Slade. The whistle is gone, and I'm assuming, I think it was a knock-on. Yeah, knock-on there from England. Yeah, people, thank you very much. That's it's incredible, actually. I can't actually believe it. Yeah, I don't think I mean, when I started, this was just a bit of fun. I never, ever, ever in my wildest dreams thought we were going to get to 10,000 subscribers, let alone how fast we've done it. So it's all thanks to you people. So you guys are the real MVPs. And I'll honor my promise. We'll put a bit of Patron, which is coffee liqueur with a bit of tequila. So we'll just chuck that into the Forever Sports mug. I think it's probably the best way to do it. And I'll say cheers to you, fantastic people. Right. Well, there it is, people. You can see the little gunk in there. It looks horrendous, doesn't it? But yeah, to what's been a fantastic journey. Sorry, it's a scrum at the moment. I'm going to fix my clock as well. But should we just quickly celebrate 10K? Because that's fucking cool. And as they hit the scrum, I'm going to say thank you, people. First of all, should we just watch this penalty that's going to come from the scrum from South Africa, because we're just so flipping deep. Penalty advantage. I love it. And a penalty there. Cheers to the box and that scrum. Cheers to you people and the 10,000 of you that follow us. Cheers to, this is actually a lot. I don't know why I put so much in here. Because this is literally tequila. It's just coffee flavored tequila. So, you know what? We're sending it, boys and girls. Cheers. Hey! That's quite potent. A bit of a chaser here. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, thank you so much, people. So, anyway, back to the game. I mean, we have kicked out into England territory. We're just past the 10 meter, and they go straight to Evan Etzebeth. Here comes the rolling maul. Yeah, that's it now. It's eventually coming. It's a good maul. We're on the run here. We're still on the run up to the 22. We're still going. This is ginormous. It's eventually been brought down. Penalty advantage as well, so you can do what you want. Damien Delendi. Penalty advantage. Alton, get out of there. We need you to come cook. We need you to come cook here, Chief. Blindside to Quibber's radar goes to Malcolm Marks. He's brought down by Johnny Hill. Right, come. You got a penalty advantage, chap. Give it to Alton so he can cook. It's why we have him. There it is to Alton. Goes back to Damien Lindy. Damien Lindy decides to just straighten. We've still got a penalty advantage here. Kubas ran now going towards the blind side. But dummy run there. Mapimpi bringing it to Malcolm. Malcolm going himself inside to Kubas Reinach. Quacker Smith. Oh, just putting it forward. We'll go back for the penalty though. Oh, almost, chaps. That's better. That's better. Come on. What are you booing here? Oh, they might actually be looking. They could be investigating a penalty try here, you know. Go for the line, chaps. Come on. Let's hit it. Well, middle of the field penalty, we can go into the lead. I'll probably take that one. Anyway, what are we saying? A lot of people saying congratulations. Really appreciate that, people. Pre-gaming just turned into a blowout. Yeah, literally. The magic moment. Congrats. For Rugby has dropped the match, so I cannot watch Saturday. So I'll listen. What's the score currently? 17 points to 15. We've gone for the corner. Come on! On the 5 meter line as well. Come on! Let's do this. Michael, it burns. Yeah, look, it did burn. Tell you what, we'll do another one if you win, shall we? We'll send it, yeah, chaps. KPMG says, Pollard out, Morning back in as the second fly half. Right. The maul is set. Now can we do it? We had a big maul last time. It's slowed up. It's eventually starting to get a bit of a run. Come on, chaps. You only have to go 5 meters. Come on, work. Work. Damien's in there as well. Work, boys. Come on. Work. Come on. Short. My Pimpy's there. We need to cycle his ball. He goes over. Short. Come on, chaps. Composure. Held up. No, man. Kubas Reinach, he's just butchered that. Or was it Quacker? I think it's Kubas Reinach, you know, because now this is a goal line dropout, just by the way. It's not our scrum. That is so criminal. How can you have that dominance and you're so selfish with your little try-line fever? Yeah, it's Quacker Smith. Why did he go for it? Composure, chaps. Composure. That should have been a guaranteed try. With the way that maul was going, that should have been a guaranteed try. How have we stuffed that up? Dear. I haven't changed the scoreboard, have I? No, I have. Should have gone for the post. No, I think the decision was right. I just think we stuffed it up. Right, the goal line drop comes to Van Steen. He's gone for the drop. Has missed it. It was a nice thought. We've been doing a lot lately from the restarts, goal line dropout, because you get so much time. So France just wanted to try and slot it to a. Oh, this is not far away, you know. Nice idea. It was a nice idea. Last 20 minutes here, people. This is the time of 22 dropouts. So, look, I mean, France, you can have another opportunity, but it's a bit closer. Right, he puts it down straight up to Freddie Stewart. He's going to... Oh, he goes himself. And he lands just in front of Jesse Creel. A couple of players there, but they eventually do manage to hold it. Chaps, when you get into the lead, Joe, got 20 minutes to go. They go Joe Marler. And Tibet brings him down. Come graft here, chaps. Graft. Rafi Quirk trying to pull this back to go for the box kick. Oh, it's charged down by Evan Etzebeth. And he's landed in front of a couple of players. Penalty, surely. Come on! That's it! Come on! A little bit of moments. Evan Etzebeth, give him the flipping World Player of the Year. I pronounce the Evan Etzebeth World Player of the Year. Here's your award. Thank you very much. That is a big charge down. Game's about moments, and that's a big moment. Now, big questions here. Do you go for the corner? Do you go for the three-pointer? You've got two kicking options in France there and Alton Yankees. They've gone for the corner. Alton Yankees have got them in about 10 meters out. Come on, the chaps. Come on, the chaps. The momentum has changed. We've got the momentum. We've got to make it count. Also, Ref, can we talk about the amount of penalties here? Can we just talk about that for a second? Can we maybe look at like a little young card here? Well, they've gone straight to Luatiaga. And the more splints out a little bit. It's walking to the left quite a lot. Malcolm Marks used to stay to keep this inside. He does somehow manage to keep it inside, but they've lost all the momentum. The ball's available now, right? We're going to have to try and cook something from the base of the ruck here. Vincent Koch is acting as scrum off, probably the biggest scrum off you'll ever see. Horrendous. That's a phenomenal grab from Luatiaga. It's a horrible pass from Vincent Koch. It's a really good grab from Luatiaga. Right now to Stephen Kitsoff. Chaps, come on, man. And they've missed it. So Kubus Reinhardt goes to Malcolm Marks. He's brought down by Joe. Penalty advantage in front of the post as well. Kubus goes to Eamon. Brought down. Come on. Give it to Alton to cook. It's why we have him. They've turned it over. It's a penalty in front of the poles. We'll take the lead here. Come on. I'm enjoying the vibes here. We're building the momentum here. Come on, the lads. We can't lose this game. Not with the second half. Evan Etzebeth is down and does not look happy. Where are we at? So let's more over. This is Graham out of said take the lead first. We'll take the lead now. Matt Moore, Proudfoot scrum. Come on, boy. Let's go, boys. Thank you very much. The drop kick was the right option. I agree. Why are you still drinking beer when you got over 10k subs? Jeepers, what do you mean start drinking? Incredibly biased coverage. It's a fan channel. We're not super sports yet, people. Unfortunately, I'm not paid to be neutral. I'm not paid at all, really. Well, I suppose you guys can hit me some super chats, but I'm assuming you do that because you like what I do, not because you want me to be neutral. So having a look here, I'm not entirely sure what, but with the momentum, chaps, we've got to get this over the line. What are we looking at, Joe? We're looking at the Evan Etzebeth. We're looking at, I think it's McNeil. Swinging arm into the head, eh? Case I'd rather listen to these lovely live commentaries much better. Yeah, thank you, Katie. We appreciate that. No corner, we have time. Stephen, I saw the water. It was just, there was the war, people. Relax. So many penalties. England seem cooked. How did England not have yellow cards? I think it's coming. High tackle. Last 10 minutes, great rugby. Yeah, had flow rugby been ended. Amazon seems to work well, says Graham. This is why we screw neutral. There we go. They've had 10 plus. I'm interested to see what they're going to go with this. There's a bit of a swinging arm there. Look, I think he is dipping a little bit. So I don't know. It's fine, just amusing. I mean, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining, wasn't it? Steve, why aren't you Waterboy for box? Should I do that? I reckon Steve for Waterboy. What's the chat on there? Give me a young bib. Give me the thing. I can also tell somebody that he's cuck under the high ball. Red card, red compete. Yeah, so this is an interesting call to make here. So what's happening? So they're saying they're not seeing any foul play. Play on. Yeah, so I mean, it was a bit harsh. As I said, Evan Etzebeth was falling into the tackle, so that was that's what's going to get him away from that. Yeah, Sia's not happy at all. He's not happy at all with that. Yeah, and Sia's also asking for a card. He's saying that there's been too many penalties and not enough cards. Devon Smith to take the points. You're not scored a single try yet. Yellow card, red card, and it's going to be nothing. You can't drink tequila through running water. Who's getting the card? Well, no one's getting the card, actually. Okay, so we will go for posts. Alton Yankees is sitting there waiting for his tee. He's bang in front, so Alton Yankees will kick over. There we go. For the first time in the game, the Boks are in the lead. Just 1 point, but we're in the lead. Big game here. Last 17 minutes. Come on, chaps. If you get over the line here, what a year it's actually been. What a year it's been. Sure, it's yellow. Lisa's Grant, very interesting history attached to the referee. There's a link to a VPN in the chat. Yeah, no, so we've got Express VPN. If you need a VPN there, it'll work with Amazon. Can see her ask. You did ask. A fair call could have been a yellow for numbers of penalties. I agree. I think that's probably would have been more where I would have been at with the yellows. I would have just said, Chief, come on, we can't be having this many penalties. Decent take off the kickoff there from France Stain. Now Evan Etzebeth is asked to create a bit of an angle for Kobus Reinach, who's now going to go to the boot. This may come down to the Y. I mean, it's close. If Johan says a probably could kick, it would be a 10-point lead. That's a nice clearance from Kobus Reinach. Gets us into the English half. That's it. That's it. Come on, chap. Come on, chap. Jasper Wies is on the park now. Probably on for Kwaka Smith, who I thought a quiet game. Oh, it's a good line. Martian's through. He's got runners as well. England are going to go over here. Come on, man! From nowhere. From absolutely nowhere. They have not deserved that. They have not been anywhere the entire flipping half, and they've just scored. Rafi Quirk's over. Chaps, what's going on here? Oh, Damien Delendi, what are you doing? So literally, the inside ball to Martian is wrapping around. Damien Delendi is absolutely nowhere, and he's gone straight through. Rafi Quirk runs a support line, 2-on-1, gives it to Rafi Quirk, who goes over, 22 points to 18. Damien. What are you doing, mate? Well, it's 3 tries. We haven't scored 1. Oh, Damien is just nowhere there. He's got to trust Alden to make his tackle. I mean, literally, he's standing nowhere. Damien gets caught up, standing there going, oh, dear. Come on, chaps. We've got to hit back, Cap. We've got to hit back. 24 points to 18. We've got to score tries now. We've got to go tries. Come on. Jason Creel has definitely been impeded there on the kick chase. Right. Come on, chaps. That's just so soft, isn't it? It's just so soft. Right. Come on, man. Right. Last 14 minutes. We keep having to come from behind late. Will we do it again is the question. To be honest, you're not ruining my day. I've got 10,000 subscribers, and I think it's still been a good day for Box, even if we lose this. So, right, so here comes Herschel. I don't think Kubas actually had a particularly good game, by the way. I think scrum off. We've missed Faf this tour. Dear. This, obviously, the Delenda clearly didn't trust Yankees' defense. Yeah, you can see 1 try we can do it. What a joke! 2 tries would ruin them. Well, it's a good line. I'll take that from Frank Master, who's also on. Here comes the more here. Can we get it going? Advantage there as well. There we go. Herschel Yankees gives it to Damien Delendi. We've got a penalty advantage. And the yellow card. Thank you. Get off the field. I mean, come on. This is getting a bit childish there. Here it is. Will Stewart is in the bin. Replacement tight head has been carded. We've been waiting for that. Right. And now we squeeze, boys. We squeeze. Right. England down to 14 men. Elton Yankees kicking to the corner. Come on, the chaps. So Will Stewart's got the yellow, number 18 for England. We've kicked towards the corner. We haven't had 1 try yet. Come on, chaps. Right, so now we've got a decent running more here. Alton Yankees found a reasonable touch finder. Still got quite a distance to go, about 12 to 15 meters. Oh, but he didn't look particularly confident, Malcolm Marks, but Dwayne Vermeulen has taken that very nicely. Now, can we get a rolling more going? It's all twisted around a lot. Malcolm Marks is still going, though. He's got Eben Etzebeth there as well, so we need a couple of people to come and join him. Come on, let's get this more regathered. Call to use it up to the 5-meter line. Now Jesse Creel comes in with his flipping personal trainer physique. Get in there. Come on. Go, boys. Let's collapse. No advantage, though. We're literally on the line, though. No, Mario Toja has come in and just slowed that down completely. Jasper Visa picks up and goes. Comes up short. Vantage. There it is. Thank you. Now, Hirsch, what can you do here? What can you do? Chaps, there's space. There's space. Run the hands. Just back fucking Malcolm Marks. Alton Yankees flat to Lekanya out to my pimpy, Makazolo. My pimpy into the corner, which is going to be a hard kick, my pimps. All right, it's fine. We've hit back. We've hit back. Right, 24 points to 23. A kick to come. We finally score a try. Of course, it had to be my pimps. Makazolo, my pimps. My pimp, my ride, boys. Come on. Big kick to come here. Give this now. Can we just give this to France Steyn? Stop giving the left-footed kicker the touch on the left-hand touchline. You give this to France Steyn, and you tell him to just slot it. You slot this kick. Now, come on. And this is perfect. Alton Yankees far past Lekanya running on the angle, all over the top. You could have run it a bit more inside, yeah, chap. Long pass by Alton, perfect to Lekanya. Quick pass from him, quick release, then we move. Right, now just please be sensible and give this to France Steyn. It doesn't suit the left-footed kicker of Alton. Nope, they're giving it to Alton. Dear. Look, I mean, we know that Alton Yankees is a quality goal kicker, but just why would you ask the left-footed kicker who's kicking against the angle when you've got a boot of France Steyn there? Come on, Alton, stop this to the left and hook it, bring it back right. Come on, man. Come on, the chaps. Come on, the chaps. Come on, the chaps. Look, he slotted a gorgeous one in a similar position against Argentina. Oh, come on in. Nah, goes short to the left. But I just don't understand. I don't understand. You've got France Steyn. Why are we not giving the right-footed kicker the kick on the left-hand side? It's what the Lions do. The Lions, literally, when Alton and Tiaan Swanepoel were playing, they would go, Alton, you got everything on the right. Tiaan, you got everything on the left. 1 point. 1 point. 10 minutes to go. Yellow card as well. They go short, and Eben Etzebeth is aware to the threat. Brings it down nicely, though. Come on, chaps. We've had all the momentum in this flipping half. We're not going to be beaten by a flipping off the court against around to play a try. Come on. Come on, Herschel. Oh, it's a big chase, and it's a knock on there. Jasper Visa comes away with the ball, gives it. The ball goes down to Lekanya. There's a knock on advantage. Now they go to Jasper Visa, the wrecking ball. Quick ball to Herschel Yankees, back to Alton. Puts the ball high in the air. Makazolo Pimpy needs to try and be competitive there. And Pimpy, it comes away to the ball. Now Toja is over there, but a couple of block players are over. And the penalty! Come on! Come on! Right. Here we go. I'm sweating at people. This is emotional. Right, what goes on here? Now, if I'm Sia Khaleesi, I'm saying to France Steyn, kick this over, Chief. Yeah, Mario Toja on the ball, and it's Dwayne Vermeulen, and I think it's Lekanya, I think, on the other side that gets over them winning that turnover. No, it's Makazolo, my pimps. My pimps. Vermeulen and my pimps. I love it. Penalty, it's about 10 meters from the left-hand side, so it's not a hard kick. France Steyn should be slotting this. With the right-footed kicker, this is where you want it. The exact same position on the other side, that's where you give it to Alton. People, you've got a left and you've got a right-footed kicker. Use them. If it's right up on the right-hand side, Alton Yankees can curl it in. If it's on the left-hand side, that's when France Steyn should be curling it in. Isha. Right, so if France Day nails this, he goes to 150 test match points. Pretty cool, isn't it? But needs to nail it, needs to nail it. Come on, Francie. Come on, Francois. Come on, Francois. Come on, Francois. Come on, Francois. Francois, down the middle. 26-20 to 24. Come on, the chaps. Come on, the chaps. Oh, to be a Springbok supporter, hey. Right, Sam Simmons on for Laws, the captain. France 10, solid under the kickoff here. Chaps, we've got 8 minutes now. Sorry, let me just adjust the clock. I'm going to put the link in for the player description for player ratings as well. So for those of you who are new, basically immediately after the game, I'll do a quick review and then I'll join you guys in about 6 minutes' time. And we then rate all the players between 1 and 10. Kick up there from Hershey. He's back as well. Pimpy is chasing hard. It's a knock on there from the England. And Ibn Etzebeth comes away with it. Come on, the chaps. Come on, the chaps. Up to the halfway line through Sia Khaleesi. Another big performance from him today. Delendi going to the Kanya. We've got numbers on the white there. Inside ball to France Stain. He gets away from Itoje. Still going France Stain up to the 10-meter line. Come on, the chaps. Hershey Yankees. Oh, yes. Ibn Etzebeth down the middle. Go, Ibn. Oh, the pass. Oh, brilliant handling there from Malcolm Marks. Up into the 22. Oh, for what? All feed the breakdown. Oh, come on. That would have been huge. That was try time. Try time. Etzebeth just doesn't have the pass, but it's brilliant hands from Malcolm Marks. He manages to jump onto it. That's a brilliant pass from Hershey Yankees. Cut out pass straight to Ibn Etzebeth. Oh, that's frustrating. You can see that penalty. That would have been massive. We had the momentum there. Oh, I mean, if Etzebeth just had a little bit of a grabber down the feet there. Come on, chaps. 6 minutes. Come on, man. Yeah, shame. Look, you can't ask Ibn Etzebeth to make that pass. I mean, chaps, it's not what he does here. He's not. Come on, man. Yeah, taking their time here. England, you guys can take your time. You guys are 2 points down. Come on, man. We had scored there and that would have been game over. Right, we've got to compete at this line on. This is Nick Dolly on debut. Oh, they do compete. I don't know who's come away with it. I think it's Mario Toji who's gone down to the ground with it. But Messi line up there. Now Joe Marler. Big tackle on him from Malcolm Marks and Sia Khaleesi. Little tip over the top from Smith. Sia Khaleesi is desperately trying to get there. Oh. It's a penalty for England on the halfway line. I don't know if they've got somebody who's going to kick this. Well, the crowd's booing, but it's just a missed time. There's nothing dangerous in here. They're going to go to the ball. They reckon it could be a dangerous tackle from Sia Khaleesi. It's a chip over the top. Sia Khaleesi's jumping forward. Nah, it's a rugby incident here, chaps. Khaleesi's eyes are on the ball. He goes up and then runs into Martin, who's already there. Eyes on the ball the entire time, and then he runs into him. Like, come on. He doesn't even actually try and tackle him, to be honest. Doesn't make a genuine attempt to catch the ball. I'm sorry, what? Nah, this is a yellow. I'm fuming. Dude, he's going up for the ball. That's why his arms are here. How is that not making a genuine attempt for the ball? Brace. Piss off, bro. How can that be? I'm sorry. You watch the entire thing. His eyes on the ball. He goes up like this for the ball. Literally for the ball. Martin gets in their head, and he by default, first of all, puts his arm away. He actually takes his arm away from it eventually. So you could say dangerous play in the air. But this whole bullshit of nobody except one person's allowed to go for the ball needs to stop. That is a bullshit decision. Penalty at a push because you could say he took him out in the air. How you can give that as a yellow card is an absolute disgrace. As CS said, he says, ref, I was jumping for the ball. He went up like this for the ball. He literally went up there. Eyes on the ball the entire time. Up like that. I can't understand that one. I'm sorry, I can't understand that one. They're going for the line here, England. They reckon they can score a try. So it's a yellow card apiece now. I don't agree with that one at all, by the way. Stuart could come out now. So we're actually going to finish the game with 14 men. Right now it's 14 on 14. I can't agree with that, Paul. I'm so bored of the fact that no one can flip and contest for the ball. It's bullshit. It is such bullshit that you can't contest anymore. Because if you don't actually catch it, you give away a penalty and apparently a yellow card. You look at his eyes the entire time. His eyes are on the ball. He's got no idea. I mean, starting the line out. Cheapers, chaps. Somebody just take it down. Yeah, Jesse Creel. Throw fucking Nick Dolly off, you little debutant. Come on, chaps. Sorry, I need to fix my clock. 76 minutes is the call. We've got 4 minutes to try and last here, chaps. 4 minutes to last. Joe Marler's a funny guy. Dear. He's at the bottom there having a long chat with the referee. Right now, Herschel needs you need a good touch finder yet. Herschel goes nice and high. Right, chaps, come on. We're now 15 on 14. We've got to defend. 3 minutes. Come on, chaps. Come on, chaps. Yo, this is going down to the wire. There's 2 points in it. There's 3 minutes left. So far, 14 on 14. Right, now 15 on 14 for 3 minutes. Come on, chaps. Can we defend this? 3 minutes left. Come on. Line out just inside the box half on the left-hand side. It's a contested again, and it's landed the side of the box. Malcolm Moss gives it to Alton Yankees. He gets away from one player. He's still going as Alton Yankees. Knock on advantage. They go to Malcolm Marks at first receiver. That looked like a seatbelt tackle. No. Advantage over. First Yankees going to Jasper Visa. Come on, chaps. 2.5 minutes. Just stay composed. Stay composed. They turn it over here of England. Turn it over here come from England. They've got numbers. Thankfully, it's a big... Johnny May, a little bit under... Oh, he slips as well. Knock-on advantage at the moment for England. They're inside their own half. To Marcus Smith. Marcus Smith doesn't really know what to do. Eventually goes to Slade. Slade goes to Max Mullins. They've got the numbers. Damien Dillon needs to make the pass. He does make the pass. Cuts inside, trips over and falls right in front of. Still in their own half yard, England now. Marshall goes himself. Goes to Marcus Smith. What's Marcus Smith going to do? Eventually goes to Mario Toad. A couple of lazy runners for England. Rafi Quirk now going to Marcus Smith again. Marcus Smith goes flat towards Johnny May. He's brought down by Jesse Creel eventually into their own half here. Oh, this is good handling now. Oh, yeah, Herschel. Oh, yeah, no ways! No ways! For what? Penalty advantage, Marcus Smith. Ah, piss off, new advantage. He slips, man. Ah, fuck off, man. Right in front. Well, that's it, chaps. That's the game. Penalty right in front because Frans Steyn slipped as he was running towards the ruck. And of course, there's a fight, and Mario Toji won. You know what? Mario Toji, even if you win this game, you know, I've got news for you, chaps. You know what this is? This is the British and Irish Lions Trophy. Do you know where it is? It's in the box cabinet. I can't agree with that. That is so fucking frustrating. I mean, the penalty is literally because Franstein is running towards a ruck and he slips into it. Number 3 off feet diving on the player. It's 23. It's Franstein who slips as he's running towards the ruck. Angus Gardner now saying that Franstein is the reason it's all kicked off. But if you go back with this penalty, it's literally because Franstein slips. Well, they're going to wind down the clock for 70 for another minute and a half. He's got more time to take this than left in the game. The penalty is literally because Franstein slips into the ruck.
That's a clear penalty against Franstein, which gives Marcus Smith a much simpler opportunity.
Ah, dear. Yeah, so Franstein slips and lands in the ruck with his knees first, which is what the penalty's for. Marcus Smith's going to be right in front and nail this. Frustrating. I think this is the game we deserve to win. This is the game that we deserve to win, isn't it? And I think Ploughly played well enough to actually win it as well. Well, he's taken it quickly as Marcus Smith, so there'll still be enough time for a restart. That 1 point, eh? There's always going to be that 1 point. And I don't want to be that guy, but Marcus Smith has not missed a kick, and Andre Pollard left 6 points out there. There are 3 games where Andre Pollard's lack of goal kicking ability. Look, Alton has also left 2 out. But there are now 3 games this calendar year where Andre Pollard's lack of kicking ability has cost us a result. We have to address it. We have to address it. It has to be addressed, unfortunately. Big chase there from the box. And penalty to England for being over eager. No. Am I the only one that actually doesn't care? Like, obviously, it's upsetting because the calls are made. It's the end of the game, and England are celebrating like they won the World Cup. Shame they have to because they can't win World Cups. Well, they didn't win the last World Cup, but yeah. Look, that's frustrating. Am I the only one that's frustrating and that we should have won that game? Look, maybe it's because I've got 10,000 subscribers, so I've got reason to celebrate. Obviously, you don't want to lose to England because they're a bunch of pusses, but you know what? Half this English side were here in June, and we sent them packing. So there's a TMO review to come here, unless they find something which is a foul play against South Africa, and we got a penalty. So I don't even know what they're looking at here. They're looking at the kickoff there, where guys are clearly going for the ball. Oh, Oaks, it's the end of the fucking game. Just call it. Yes, but Etzebeth makes contact with him. It's what happens when you jump up and you go for the ball. Oh, realistic position. Oaks, come on, man. Just call the fucking game. We knew it was a penalty. You'd already given the damn penalty. Well, that's full time. That's full time. Yo, how are we feeling? We'll talk about this in the player ratings. Full time, 27 points, 26. I personally am actually not as upset as I think maybe I should be. I think it was a great test match. I think we did enough to win that. I don't think that the Sia Khaleesi card was justified. I also don't think it's the reason we lost. You know what? I consider that a successful year for the Boks. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more on the player ratings. People, you are sensational. We are past 10,000. I'll see you guys in the player rating show very, very soon. Until then, take care and thank you once again.